Hey, hi, howdy, hello. I don't know what got me saying that, but something did. Welcome back to even more Skyrim. I was gonna get, like, the Anniversary Adoption upgrade, but actually ran out of time to, like, download it, so I didn't end up doing that today. I had a very busy day. Happy Skyrim Big Box Day! That's definitely what this is. Hey Quilla, hey Goblin. Let's see. And hello Traveler! It's okay, Skyrim's pretty as it is. It wouldn't be a graphical upgrade, it'd basically just be to get me all the Creation Club official stuff. Some of that I actually do want to play around with. Mainly the stuff that's tied to Morrowind. Because I looked and it'd be like half as much as the anniversary to just get that stuff. So I was like, might as well get it all at that point. Means hi in Elvish, apparently. Which Elvish? Because there's a lot of Elvishes. Like, Tolkien Elvish, and even then, which Tolkien Elvish? I think there's like 3 or 4 different dialects of that. Because George had no chill. Tolkien Elvish. My other question still stands. Which Tolkien Elvish? Two-handed weapons deal more damage than one-handed, but don't block as effectively. That is a description. I'd more... Quenya? Okay. All you hear with aye is Uncle Rogers when you make rice wrong. Aye-ya. Let's see. Want to check if Mr. Dude Man is proved his research at all. Or is he? 4 a.m. You'd think he'd be in bed. But maybe he sleeps in the other one? I don't think he does. Okay, I think he has a weird sleep schedule. Nope. Is that him? No, that's the enchanter.
Not as dumb as you look.
Shut up, I'm looking for Arniel. Don't care about you either, Finis. At least not yet. I think I need 5 more levels in Destruction before I need to care about you. Might actually be in the library right now. I'm sure plenty of people haven't done this quest. Because I haven't as well, because there's really no... There's no indication to come back and do more of it at a later time. And it's in, like, 4 parts. Yeah, it's marked when you pick it up, but it's not really marked to come back and keep it going. So most people do, like, just the first one, maybe the second as well, and then leave it. It's so slow. It really is. Like, I'm not even sure how much time has to have passed. And the motherfucker is also really hard to find in the school a lot of the time. Like, Arniel does not want to be part of this. Do one part, wait for an indeterminate amount of time for the next section. You never know when enough time has passed. I'm sure someone has tested it, but you have to do really annoying tests. Yeah, getting the cogs is a pain in the ass, because you gotta get 10 of them, and they're each 10 fucking pounds. Like, the other one is, like, go get a staff from a, like, I think it's like a necromancer location, or at least a wild mages location. Which, that one wasn't so bad. But I think this next one is annoying. But the reward is something I think both myself and Quilla really, really appreciate. I feel like I need to do this as Engoth. That's Sergius. Still Sergius. Where the hell is Arniel? Legion will assault the dam. Hey, Bathwater, you playing New Vegas? I promise I will play New Vegas at some point. I just... No. Finding a specific mage in their sleeping quarters in is Oblivion. No, but you're thinking about it. I'm definitely planning to pick up New Vegas at some point. I don't know exactly when. But I do want to tie the Fallout streams into the plot of the Elder Scrolls streams, because it's funny. I did it one time. Like, when I played Fallout 3, I had a bit of an idea for a plot to go between games. It was gonna be, I play through 3, and the entire time I'm complaining about what it lacks in comparison to New Vegas. Then, eventually I win, and the joke was, I open up New Vegas, and I'm in that, mod where it's like post-story and everything's been destroyed. Why is 12 Tears Alembic here again? That like survival horror mod. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it. It's decently popular. Mod for TTW just rips all the main quest stuff out of Fallout 3. Dust, that's what it was. Tale of Two Wastelands, that's what it was. That's actually, if I am thinking about playing Fallout 3 again, and I was gonna look into trying to get that to work. That exact scenario. Because I am familiar with Tale of Two Wastelands. I wasn't sure if you could get the quests working properly. Yeah, because I want to play it in New Vegas' system. I'll admit, there's like a few specific things I like in Fallout 3 a little more. I like getting a perk every single level. That's funny. Though I'm also aware in New Vegas' system, you'd be busted as shit by like level 10. There's Arniel.
Divines bless you.
Motherfucker's still not done.
As you pass.
Easy enough to adjust that if you want. I've definitely played around with the, like, perk every level mod in New Vegas. You get overpowered so fast. Because, like, the perks in New Vegas are all... Most of them are really good, and the downside is how limited you are in them. Although, by the end game of New Vegas, like, if you get past level 30... I guarantee like 4 or 5 of your perks are just going to be intense training. Arniel, the motherfucker, is still not done with his stupid next research. I'm pissed about this. Whatever. Or... They wouldn't have, would they? They wouldn't have removed it and moved it into the... Oop, textures. Avoid intense training because you just find it a boring perk. Yeah, but if you're above, like, level... If you start getting into the 40s, you just run out of stuff that does anything. Oh, dear. Beautiful ground texture. Yeah, this is not good. Oh, look, the doors haven't loaded.
Out here.
Kind of invalidates character building, because you just throw special on yourself and become God. Yeah. Okay, this is, More accurately, Yellow D has not unloaded. Yeah, that's a bad thing. Gonna, like, properly reload the area. Oh yeah, Bathwater, you say you find yourself enjoying 3 more than New Vegas. I can't, like, curtail... That's an effect. That's definitely not supposed to be happening. Oh dear, there's more of it. Oh my. We accept you for who you are, Bathwater, but also you're wrong. Whiterun. Character's too powerful, you broke the game. Alright, there we go.
Fiddling with any locks around here, we're going to have a real problem.
Okay, fixed it. Reloading the area usually helps. Gamer girl, it's the nostalgia effect, in the same way. Everyone calls him Bathwater on account of that. That's what Fisto is for.
For a dragon to attack Kynes Grove. Why? Why there? Is no place safe?
No, not even one of them. He stays up late.
When the Empire surrendered to the Aldmeri Dominion, they shamed us all.
My biggest problems with Fallout 3 are just the main story quest is
I used to be an adventurer
very linear.
and I took an arrow in the knee.
And maybe that's just because of how spoiled I am by New Vegas, because I played New Vegas first. New Vegas was actually my first Fallout. Then I played 3, then I played 4, then 1 and 2. Actually, I might have played 4 before 3. I'm not sure.
Can't a man drink in peace?
Linearity of F3's main quest doesn't bother you that much, it's the stupidness of it. That's the problem. If it were linear, but also smart and good, I wouldn't care that it's linear. But it's linear and stupid. That's why it's a problem. Because there's plenty of ways for you to, you know, get out... like, there are plenty of answers you could give to questions. Or... like, ways to get around shit they say in Fallout 3, but it doesn't let you, so it becomes stupid because it's so linear. Foolish enough to think the Vault Overseer was sane. The entire plan to leave you somewhere safe failed, because by his very actions, he turned the vault into a death trap for you. Yeah, he really does. I even said you're expecting me.
I'm gonna keep this short, because we've got a lot to do.
Yeah, sure.
Haunting Brew's owner, Sabyarn, is about to hold a tasting for Whiterun's Captain of the Guard, and we're going to poison the mead.
You got the poison?
No, that's the beauty of the whole plan. We're going to get Sabyarn to give it to us. The meadery
I mean,
has
I'm
quite
pretty
a pest
experienced with
problem,
poison
and the whole
magic.
City knows about it. Pest poison and mead don't mix well. You know what I mean?
Okay. We're not gonna, like, kill the guard captain, are we? Feel like that's a bit far for this. Get him sick, sure, but... I mean, that'd probably fuck with him. So how do I fit in?
Happen by and lend poor old Sabyarn a helping hand.
I've killed
We're gonna
rats
give
for
you
money
the
before,
poison
this
to
won't be
use
that
on the
weird.
pests, but you're also going to dump it into the brewing vat.
Clever. Yeah, that's pretty smart, yeah.
Maven and I spent weeks planning this. All we need is someone like you to get in there and get it done. Now get going before Sabjorn grows a brain and hires someone else to do the dirty work. Remember,
This is an ode to
Sabjorn
Skyrim's
will be
staunch
needing a
protectors,
helping hand.
the Imperials.
Make it
What the fuck?
Drink to our youth.
Wait, what is Delphine doing here?
For the age of aggression
Not here. I told you to
is
meet
just
me in Riverwood.
Why the fuck are you here?
We'll drive out the
I'll see you back in
storms and
Riverwood.
restore what we own.
What,
You're the best. Can you be my father?
Wait, I'm dealing with something. Hello, thank you for following.
Down
Little Mitya?
the killer.
There's a lot of things happening.
The day of your death we will
I-
drink and we'll sing. We're the children of Skyrim and we
He's a little
fight
confused.
all our lives. And when Sovngarde beckons,
Hello, small child. No, I'm not going to adopt you. That seems horribly irresponsible. The overstimulation experience of the Bannered Mare. That's part of it. Delphine being here. Why the fuck is she here? I'm actually not moving past that. Give Uthgerd a drink for you?
Think you can go blade to blade with me? You'd be dead in 6 seconds. Good.
I-
Time's over.
Don't give a shit. Actually, you know what?
Want to hear a little Nord wisdom? You don't really know a woman till you had a strong drink and a fist fight with her.
I'm willing to do one of those things. Drink, fist fight.
And why not? I could beat anyone in this city, barehanded. 100 gold says I knock your hide to the ground.
Gonna beat your wifey? I mean, this is the easiest way to make her your wife also.
Just fists.
Actually, I think the
no
only way.
weapons, no magic, no crying. Let's go.
if you need
Sure
Come
thing.
on. Never should have come here.
we drink to our youth, to days come and gone. For the age of aggression is just
Yeah, not even close.
You got me.
We'll drive out
Think I earned that money.
You're no liar. Best fight I've had in years. There you are. If you ever need another blade at your side, just ask. Wouldn't mind seeing how you handle a few trolls.
Down with Ulfric, the killer.
So, yeah, Ungoth actually is just short of an unarmed build. Heavy armor's maxed, and if I went into this, like, tree here, I could easily... What, they call him Ungoth Wifebeater, his Nordic name. I don't think Ungoth would like that Nordic name. But he does have, like, full
On
werewolf.
the day of your death, we will drink and
Which gives him a bunch of unarmed damage. He's actually... I think he still has it currently. Might have worn off by now. Oh, here it is. Blessing of Sheor. 10 extra unarmed damage, along with Bad Men's Omen. Pilgrim of Sheor. Half health or less, just regenerate more health. This really is it is a pretty cool build you can set up like that. Just a regenerating unarmed build. This punching maniac who refuses to die. Look at that regen speed. That is an absurd amount of regen for Skyrim. So, what's up, Bathwater? Call you a heretic. Heretic. But go on. Always play High Elf for the extra 50 magic. I don't blame you, because that's essentially 5 levels worth of stats. Like, I'd say High Elf and Breton are, like, by and large, the strongest of the racial choices. At least in terms of their passive abilities. 25% magic resist is really strong. 50 magic? Really strong. Thinking... As far as active abilities go, I'd actually say that Orc and Argonian have the best ones. Although Breton's is really good too. They have Dragon Hide, which 80% damage resistance, which stacks with the armor cap, so you can take basically no damage at all. Wow, they weren't kidding about the rats in here.
What are you gawking at? Can't you see I have problems here?
Yeah, I fucking noticed. Something wrong?
Are you kidding me? Look at this place. I'm supposed to be holding a tasting of the new Hunting Brew Reserve for the Captain of the Guard. If he sees the meadery in this state, I'll be ruined.
Might be able to help.
Oh, really? And I don't suppose you just do it
Like
out
the
of
magic,
kindness
you have
of
to be
your
an elf.
heart, would you?
You
I
start
hope you're
doing
not
good things,
expecting
saving
to
the
get
world, just start
paid
giving
until
people the
job's
false idea
done.
that not all elves are bad. Well, it's a double-edged sword. You can make up for it by joining the Stormcloaks. That'll just confuse everyone too much for them to make any real assumptions. The only way I operate.
Well, that's not how I operate, so forget it.
Yeah, worth a shot. Yeah, just pay me when the job's done.
My only demand is that these vermin are permanently eliminated before my reputation is completely destroyed.
Well, I can't control how fast your reputation's destroyed, but how permanent you want this and how?
I bought some
Do you hate the
poison.
Stormcucks?
I was going to have my lazy good-for-nothing
Yeah, it's
assistant
not worth it.
Malice handle it, but he seems to have vanished. If you plant this in the vermin's nest, it should stop them from ever coming back.
Deal.
Don't come back until every one of those things are dead. Now I've got to...
Oh, wait,
There's
hang
something
on.
we
You mentioned
discussed
someone
on-
named Malice?
Malice is the best deal I've ever made. Lent him a bit of gold some time ago I knew he'd never be able to pay back. Nothing like free labor to make operating costs cheaper.
Uh-huh.
Remember, you don't get paid until they're all dead.
What did Automod do? Don't worry, I got it. It just tagged it as a maybe. Want the Empire, you want to exterminate all elves, or at least all high elves. And you have their ideology and hate them? No. Bathwater doesn't believe Skyrim is for the Nords. Bathwater believes Skyrim is for the humans. Or at least not for high elves. Bathwater still very explicitly and specifically believes in the Empire. Don't remember if there's a theft item here. The race of man. Ah, gross. All-inclusive racism. That is how I would describe Bathwater. I'm gonna level with you. Skyrim is for everyone who isn't an elf. You know what? I think maybe Ungath could get behind that way of doing it. Plus Dark Elves because they're cool. He could be persuaded. He used to kind of be one. Skyrim was originally for the elves, though. No, Skyrim was originally for the dragons. You snow elf babies. I think you'll find the dragons were still in control by the time humans got here. Nuh-uh. Khajiit pending, we're not sure about them, they look a little elfy to me. Can I be really proud of myself for that joke? I want to. Here we are, the Hunting Brew Decanter. Thought there was something like that. Couldn't remember what it was. Snow Elves and Dwemer were there first. The dragons predate all mortal races, apparently. At least, so claim the dragons, and no one was around to call them on it, so... Kill everyone and replace them with Argonians. I don't know about everyone. Ungath has lots of non-Argonian friends. Wood Elves are a race you can't take seriously. Morrowind damaged their reputation too much. Yeah, Wood Elves in Morrowind are just... They seem like permanently the butt of the joke. You only know Ysgrimmor's story. They chased out the elves. It's weird. Ysgrimmor should have been during the time of the dragons. Like, all of that should have been during dragon time. But the dragons were maybe the dragons were around, but they weren't quite oppressing everything yet. They didn't want us to poison them. Enduring Fan is a Wood Elf. Oh yeah, that's worse. Paranoid Schmuck and Skingrad is a Wood Elf. Yeah, Oblivion also made them worse. In Skyrim, they're pretty nondescript. And apparently the Wood Elves of Valenwood are genuinely terrifying. Arthur isn't paranoid, you're just not paying enough attention. Now, a lot of people actually remember finding something during Glarthir's quest, but I think it's a Mandela effect thing. They're just misremembering. That's what the Mandela effect is, it's just misremembering something. The selectives come for you, you'll be sorry, the Nirnroot conspiracy. What is funny is he actually stumbled on genuinely dangerous conspiracies and got more info on them than he probably should have found, just by being such a paranoid weirdo. Like, the Mythic Dawn, he actually knew about them before almost anyone else. Hate the Tall Elves and the Short Elves are... Hate the Tall Elves, kill them all. I'm not sure what that final word you said is, Traveler. Shorts are relegated to court jesters and street fools. Oh. Ow. That is still funny. I feel like Ungoth is at the level of durability he was at in Morrowind, finally. Where he literally walks through traps and doesn't give a shit anymore. With you on the talls. Against you on the short, unless you want to be a jester. Procrustes was that guy... Procrustes, the guy in Greek mythology that cut people's feet off if they were too tall for his bed, stretched them torture style if they were too short. I'll admit, I don't know that person.
Anybody there?
Oh.
Over here!
Messed up Goldilocks. Let's real quick.
And that's it? That's all you've got?
Mutagen plus Fire Shell.
You won't leave here alive!
Alright, his lightning magic and punches are far less scary.
We're routed! Fall back!
Yeah, I don't think he has a lot of magicka left. And a ring of the voice. Oh yeah, I forgot to use a shout. That might have sped things up a little. But also trying to train one-handed. And could have also trained some conjuration in there. Three thieves. More stealth. You know what? Let's read his journal just for the heck of it. What was his name? I think it started with a V, but I'm not seeing that here. Might not have picked it up. That's the skeever. Down. Clear out your books, man? I have several times. I did get his journal. What was his name? Hamlin. Just also have a bunch of writs of sealing. Treasure maps. Here's Hamlin's journal. 10 years of ridicule. 10 years of imprisonment. 10 years of exile. Children threw rocks and the women spat upon me as the menfolk dragged me into Whiterun's prison, branding me a danger to their pitiful existence. Used words like madman and insane. Could a madman escape the prisons undetected? Could a lunatic establish a laboratory right under their noses? Could a psychopath create a mighty army from the common skeever? Yes. Absolutely to all of those things. My days as an apprentice alchemist in Winterhold were no better. Those egotistical braggarts couldn't compete with my abilities. Where they fell short, I'd constantly excel. They appreciate my genius? They relish my contributions? No. My instructors beat me and said I was irresponsible. The Archmage cast me into the streets like a common beggar. As my enemy grows complacent and weak, so they forget Hamlin and his utter brilliance, I build my army. I use every bit of knowledge at my disposal to forge their demise. Thanks to Sabjorn's unwitting assistance, my legion grows stronger every day. The irony that the same ingredients used to make his vile drink could be used to feed my offspring isn't lost upon me. Offspring. Oh, they will pay. Their ignorance of impending annihilation amuses me. It will bury Whiterun and watch Winterhold burn. When they experience the fury I have unleashed upon them. When my progeny are gnawing the flesh from their bones, they will come begging and groveling at my feet. But there will be no mercy. No quarter and no leniency. I will laugh and I will dance and I will rejoice over their mangled, broken corpses. The time for recompense has arrived. 10 years of pain, 10 years of misery, 10 years of death. Bandit finally gets a lucky shot on the Dragonborn. Tries to loot him, only to find the Library of Alexandria in his back pocket. Yet another fool creating a bad name for us mages Winterhold. Oh, traveler. Make a great madman? Thanks, I've practiced being insane. Possibly for 20 years now? There's a handful of voices I've just really built up over time. Practiced the insane voice. I've been like this all my life, I'm pretty sure. Not him doing the math. I'm like, when did I first play Kingdom Hearts? That's what got me to start, like, actually voice acting. That's why I can do a shockingly good Quentin Flynn, which most of his voices actually sound very similar. But it really shocked me when I started doing Iruka effortlessly, despite having never practiced it. I'm like, oh, wait, no, I'm just doing Axel. No wonder I'm good at this. You ever watch Frankenstein? I haven't gotten the chance to. I probably will this weekend if I can. Because I'm moving soon has been the problem. Just had to pack stuff up so much this last week. But I'll have moved come this weekend, and I should be able to see it then. Yeah, we don't need that on right now. Fair enough, just curious. No, I totally get it. Like, we've had conversations about the original Frankenstein. I can get you wanting to discuss the movie with me. Hey, how's it going, guy?
I can't wait to see Sabjorn squirm.
Don't say that in front of him, jackass.
Unclear?
Job's finished.
Well, it's about time. I had to stall the captain until you were finished.
Look, there was a guy living down there. Like, I don't think you understand. There was a guy trying to raise an army of skeevers under your house. No, your house. You live here. I saw your bed. Worst criminal ever. By the way, you gonna pay me, or...?
You'll just have to wait until after the captain's finished. I suppose you can wait around if you must.
Fine. Do know that I'll do to you whatever I did down there, if you don't pay me. Did your father do your full opinions on the movie and how it compares to the book? You say subjected.
Well, Sabjorn, now that you've taken care of your little pest
even
problem,
a scratch at the
how
door.
about I get a taste of
Have you
some
done
of your
it?
need?
Help yourself, my lord. It's my finest brew yet. I call it Hunning Brew Reserve. I think
My
you'll find
question
it quite
is,
pleasing to your palate.
how did adding it to the
Fun now.
tank
This is mead.
in another
Some
building
wine to be sipped and savored.
affect what was in this barrel here? It's been 3 minutes.
What's in this?
I don't know. What's wrong?
You assured me this place was clean. I'll see to it that you remain in irons for the rest of your days.
No, please. I don't understand.
I mean, to be fair, this
Silence,
place
idiot.
really
I should've
shouldn't
known
be
better to
serving
trust this
people.
place after it's been
He's
riddled
not read or
with
watched
filth.
either.
I beg you, please. This is not
Although
what
this
it
is an
seems.
underhanded thing, there was an absurd number of skeevers down there.
You're in charge here until I can sort this all out.
It will be my pleasure.
And you're coming with me to
Oh,
drag.
I thought you were talking to me.
See how
I'm
quickly
just...
your memory clears in the city's prisons.
Yeah.
Now, move.
I think it's entirely possible
I
our
assure
poisoning
you, this
plan
is all
didn't
just
do
a
a damn
huge
thing, and the skeevers
misunderstanding.
actually shit in that.
Said, move.
Farewell, Sabjorn.
I don't think we had anything to do with that. I didn't poison that barrel. He could not have gotten it since I poisoned the original thing. I think there... Hang on. Like, pops the cork on top. Oh god, there is a severed skeever head in this. No wonder he got sick. Yeah, I don't think we had to
I
do
don't
anything to
think
make
that
this
could have
happen.
gone any better. Anything else you need before you head back to Riften?
Need to look at his books, see who's bankrolling him.
So, Maven wants to hunt down Sabjorn's private partner, huh? You're welcome to take a look around Sabjorn's office. He keeps most of his papers stashed in his desk.
Wait, what?
Here, this should help.
I was just pointing out that the barrel he got the mead from that apparently poisoned him and made him sick, yeah, it's not connected in any way to the barrel we added the poison to. It's in a different building, and it's been 30 seconds. And I was like, why did he get poisoned? There's a genuine chance a skeever actually shit in that barrel. And I made the joke that you open it and, oh god, there's a whole severed head in there. So I want to know how a mountain lion made it into a walled-off city in that one Oblivion Fighters Guild quest. You pretend to be a Khajiit? I mean, I wonder if that's something that's ever worked in Elsewhere. If there was just, like, a mountain lion walking through and people genuinely thought it was just one of the quadruped Khajiit. Like, doesn't talk much.
A good word with Maven for me.
Oh yeah, you didn't mention there was a fucking lunatic in the
I
tunnels.
thought it would be better to leave some of the details out of our previous discussion. Didn't want to risk you walking away from the job.
You risked a lot of different shit.
You've done Maven a favor getting rid of him, and saved me from wasting coin hiring someone else to do it later. Remember to put in a good word with Maven for me.
No. I'll actually tell her that you withheld information from me so you, quote-unquote, wouldn't have to pay someone else to do it. Do you see how fucking stupid that is? Maybe I go back down and revive the lunatic personally. Alas, only so much freedom in Skyrim. Promissory note. That's symbol again. Stabjorn, within the enclosed crate, you'll find the final payment. As we discussed, Hunting Brew Meadery should now begin brewing mead at full production. Regards to your concerns about interference from Maven Blackbriar, I can assure you that I'll do everything in my power to keep her assets and her cronies at bay. This is the beginning of a long and successful future for both of us. Nah. Whoever doing this has gumption. But not much else going on for him. Have to be pretty stupid to fight a crime boss. Or at least cocky. Necromancer lawyer. For my first witness, I call the victim. That would be great. What's interesting is there's a lot of, like, fantasy settings where that's essentially a thing. Where when speaking to the dead is a common and accepted occurrence, that really is one of the best defenses you can have, is calling to speak with the deceased. Speak with dead. Yeah, it's not even that difficult of a spell in D&D specifically. I think it's like a second level spell? A lot of DMs will just ban it if they're running like a murder mystery campaign because it breaks too much stuff.
A fine day to you, friend. May you die with a sword in your hands.
Not planning on dying, but thanks for the sentiment.
People of Riften, heed my words. The return of the dragons is not mere coincidence. This is one of the signs. The signs that Lady Mara is displeased with your constant inebriation.
I'm sorry,
Put down your
Mara.
flagons filled with your vile liquids, and embrace the teachings
I think they
of
should
the
die with a sword in their
handmaiden
hands.
of kind.
Ungoth is a warrior too.
No, Marama.
We talked about this. Talon?
Kirava, certainly we can come to some sort
You've
of an
been in Riften
understanding.
for quite some time
These
now,
people
Lady
must be
Mule.
made aware of the
I fear
chaos
that you
they've
soon may
sowed.
leave us.
Like, Mara, dude, that's Akatosh's thing.
Now is not the time for exploration and discovery.
as an excuse
I'm relieved to hear you say that. If you were to
Very
leave,
well,
Two
Talon.
conversations going on
I'll
here at
remove
once.
myself from this den of
Eren,
iniquity.
I owe you my
We're
life.
not kicking you out.
It would take
Just
a
keep the
threat to all of
sermons at the
Skyrim
temple
for me
and
to
let us
depart.
all sin in peace.
Talon, another round.
I think you've had plenty, Volwolf. Maybe you should head on home.
Give you money now, and you give me rights to your corpse when you die. Oh yeah, I definitely wanted to play necromancers like that in D&D, where it's like a fully ethical necromancer. Your Honor, please note the defendant cast Speak with Dead on the victim's corpse. The victim refused to speak with them. Like to admit this as evidence they are the killer.
Elf.
That could be evidence. Ah, tinnitus attack. Ah, sorry. That's a bad one. Hey, what's going on?
You have some nerve coming back here after what you did to Kirava.
I did literally nothing. I walked in and asked her for the money she owed. I didn't even, like, threaten her or anything.
Just get out of here.
Being a dick.
I don't have any business with you, so get out of my
You've
face.
been in Riften for quite some
Like,
time now.
3 feet away from you. Are you having this conversation again already?
To the Bee and Barb, my lord. If I can interest you.
Alright, he got over it. I'm just going upstairs.
You say that. If you were to leave, I'd miss you terribly.
Hello, Miss Blackbriar.
Good news for me?
Job's finished, here's the info.
This doesn't tell me much. The only thing that could identify Sabjorn's partner is this odd little symbol.
I've definitely seen it before.
Well, whoever this mysterious marking represents, they'll regret starting a war.
Eren,
with
bro,
me.
she's not gonna fuck you.
You should bring this information to the Thieves Guild immediately.
That's the plan,
There's also the matter
but
of
you
your
were a bit
payment.
more pressing.
I believe you'll find this more than adequate for your services.
Oh, an iron
my way.
sword. Look her dead in the eye while doing it, too. Wish we could murder Maven. I wish Maven had a bit more, I don't know, involvement. Like, she does a little bit of stuff with the Thieves Guild here, and she's kind of in the background of a few other quests here in Riften, but I don't know, I feel like she could have used more time dedicated to her for how important she's supposed to be. Tried, like, really hard? Have you tried removing her, essential status with console commands?
I want to talk to you. Now.
Alright, Jesus,
Pretty tough.
calm down.
I respect that. Bringing in a lot of coin for the guild. Making us look good, too. Let me know if you need anything. Okay?
What the fuck were you... You were being a real dick a second ago.
I joined up with them maybe 10 years ago.
Bandit? Nothing
Small clan,
triggered this.
Maybe 20 men. We'd raid villages, rob caravans. But it was always about the killing for them.
This is another critique I have of the Thieves Guild. There's all these members, but most of them do genuinely fucking nothing. Like, maybe one Radiant quest. Our great savior, Todd Howard, allows mods for a reason.
Don't get me wrong. The first few years with that clan were some of the best years of my life. All the food I could eat, all the wine I could drink, and all the women I could bed.
Yeah, sure. Some change about that?
We raided a
A
caravan
loyally vanilla
one
player?
spring.
Console commands are
There was a
vanilla.
few wagons with some farmers moving to a new village. They didn't put up much of a fight.
It's in the game.
All that was left were the women and the children. Then the leader of our clan, Garthek, he ordered us to kill the rest.
Yeah, never had to do that before.
No, we usually let them go. I refused to do it, and Garthek
Dude,
ordered
do you
the clan
mind?
to kill
We're having
me
a
as
conversation
well.
here.
Luckily, I had made some friends with the clan who immediately sided with me. We tore each other to pieces. After it was over, those of us that remained simply went our separate ways.
Guess you could call that winning. Garthek?
I left his head on a pike at the wreckage of the caravan.
Yeah, funny.
Never knew what became of the rest of the clan that survived. I suppose they moved on, just like I did.
Okay. Why did you call me over for that?
Go and pick some fights.
I definitely will. Let's be honest with me. Oh yeah, fun story. So this door here, like, it's kind of important what's behind this. This is the guild treasury. But during my first very buggy playthrough, because I was running on like an HP laptop, this door was just open. I could walk in, and I was like, huh, this place is weird. Wonder what that's about. And then when they eventually do the quest to, like, the people opening it themselves, I was like, what is this about? Oh, is this supposed to be closed? Uh-oh. Mercer got sloppy. Hey, Brenny.
Word on the street is that poor Sabjorn has found himself in Whiterun's prison. How unfortunate for him.
He didn't pay me. And also, there was a genuine fucking lunatic living under the place. That place should have been shut down. I actually don't think Maven did anything, like, even remotely immoral this time. Her reasons for doing it may have been wrong, but honestly, I think a lot of people were gonna get sick if we didn't do that. DG kinda like a mediocre Wattpad. Overstuffed cast of characters, a defining character trait, and a small backstory that never resolve in any way in the story. Yeah. Honestly, I think most people... Here's the thing, the main plot of the Thieves Guild is mostly pretty fun. Like, Brynjolf's voice actor carries a lot of it, I'm not gonna lie. He's probably... because people love Brynjolf. He's the only person who sounds like this in all of Skyrim.
Exactly. Now you're beginning to see how our little system works.
I understand how a Mafiaite works,
that
dude.
You discovered something else while you were out there. Something important to the guild?
Delvin and Brynjolf are cool. Yeah, Delvin is fun too. But Delvin you also get to encounter during, Dark Brotherhood. And Dark Brotherhood, I think, actually is the most fun of the faction quests. The companions are still pretty fun. I kinda like... that it's not just basic Fighters Guild corruption. I like the thing of the werewolf. And like, yeah, I get the you can't advance it without becoming a werewolf, but they still give you an option to stop being a werewolf. And you could still continue doing Radiant quests if you really wanted to. But like, the quest line itself is so tied to the werewolf thing, I get why it doesn't move on from there. May just be forgetting, but does the Grey Fox steal anything during the Thieves Guild questline, like, at all? Like his out-of-place super thick accent? Yeah, he doesn't sound like any ethnicity in all of Tamriel.
Until next we meet live.
Oh, keep forgetting that happens.
Exactly. Maven sent word that you discovered something else while you were out there. Something important to the guild?
I get word to you before I got it. Whatever. Yeah, same symbol from Golden Glow.
And this is beyond coincidence. First Arangoth, and now Sabjorn. Someone's trying to take us down by driving a wedge
Grey Fox
between
steal
Maven
anything
and
during
the
Thieves
guild.
Guild questline, like, at all? The Grey Fox isn't in Skyrim's questline. Yeah, he tells you what to steal in Oblivion. Anything we can do?
Mercer thinks he knows a way to identify this new thorn in our side. He wants to meet with you right away. And if I were you, I'd hurry. I've never seen him this angry before.
He's not in Skyrim, yeah. Apparently one of the Creation Club things, does add the mask back in. But I kind of liked the idea of the mask just being missing. you know? Brynjolf should have been marriageable. I think the thing about the Brynjolf marriage mod is, unlike some of the other marriage mods, it actually works decently well. Oh yeah, this room, for some reason, at certain angles the light despawns. This is like, I've always seen that in this room.
Yeah, I guess I have a minute. What do you want?
Hey friend, I don't know what's up with the lighting in there. It's supposed to be the best thief, he just made you steal everything for him. But it's weird you're asking about Oblivion right now. Yeah.
Ah, there you are. I've consulted my contacts regarding the information you recovered from Golden Glow Estate, but no one can identify that symbol.
Ah, no info then. Alright, I'll go talk to Delvin. I'm using that dialogue as an excuse to have Angoth do other stuff for a little while. In case you're curious. Cal is just sitting in the Shivering Isles treasury, an heirloom of glory days. A small reminder to Legathog, or to Sheogorath, of who Legathog was. And I do like the idea that if he put it on, he would temporarily switch back to being Legathog for a while. But it can't last because Sheogorath has to keep existing.
Interested? Looking for work.
Hey, interested in buying this thing?
Well. I was looking for this little
Probably was also stealing, or the guard captain wouldn't have been going so crazy. His mask would have hidden a lot of his feats.
I promise it'll be
Never had that bug?
effort.
I've had it pretty frequently in that room.
To be more than fair.
How much? 800 gold? Yeah, that works for me. You doing any extra work?
I handle the fishing, numbers, and bedlam jobs. The ones with a more personal touch. If breaking's a more your thing, go talk to Vex.
Definitely prefer doing Delvins of these. I find the numbers jobs the easiest to do. Because you just have to be alone in a room that people already aren't in.
Most of the establishments in Skyrim keep their transactions recorded within business ledgers. Your job will be to change the numbers in those books so the shortfalls from our other jobs look legit. Feel like doing a bit of writing?
Sounds good to me.
Finally, someone with backbone. Here you go.
I feel like doing a few of these. Oh, Bellathor's. Actually, this is just making it so that their other numbers look correct. So I don't think this is even actually stealing. Delvin makes you think of a Fable 3 VA. Huh. I need to play Fable 3 at some point. I don't hear good things about it, but I probably need to play it. I hear great things about 2. Yeah, he does give you the mask at the end. That's what I was referring to. If you don't know, Legathog was my Oblivion protagonist, who's now Sheogorath. That's why we're joking that the mask is still somewhere in the Shivering Isles right now. Gonna keep calling him a fraud? Well, he did take off the mask to be a normal guy. Pretty fraudulent, you want my opinion. You meant Fable 2? I haven't played Fable 2 either. I do need to play that one as well. I've played original, and I'm gonna keep playing it Friday. I didn't play it Tuesday just because... Well, I suppose it's not even original, it's Anniversary, which... It just functions better than original, let's be real. Fable 2 was good only when you've played, though. Really? You haven't played Fable Anniversary or The Lost Chapters? Either version works. Anniversary is way more stable on modern stuff, though, so I'd recommend it over Lost Chapters. It's really good. It set a lot of the... I mean, it's got a lot of that, like... not greatly aged humor, but I think that's Fable in general. Found upon Fable 2 by chance for the Xbox 360. I mean, outside of Game Pass, that's the only way you can play it. Like, it doesn't exist for PC anymore. I don't think Thieves Guild had their own fast travel point in, like, original Skyrim. It's funny, like, I got my first... Like, I got a gaming laptop, which... That was a mistake. For sure. But it was, like, the first thing I had that could really run games properly. Of any kind. And I asked a friend, like, what are some of your favorite games? And they're like, okay, here's 2 RPGs I think you'll like. They're like, one of them is Skyrim and the other one's Fable. You should give them both a try. And sure enough, I did. Gaming laptop, more like shitty electric stove. Yeah, I had to replace it after, like... not that long. The next one I had, it didn't stop working graphically. The battery crapped out on it, and I had to get that replaced. And the new one I got also crapped out after not that long. Yeah. Then I got this big old setup, and I'm replacing the GPU soon. But that's the first part change I'll have made in 5 years.
Something troubling you?
Got the job done.
Good job. Now, here's your part of the deal. What's the matter? Afraid of getting your hands dirty?
I literally just got back from a job. It can't be all work, dude. The reason you brought up Oblivion is because you're playing the remaster while watching. Ah. If you're playing on PC... I warn you that a do-everything run... You're gonna start seeing more and more problems the longer you go. Make your regular laptop work beyond its limits. You have a confession? What's your confession, Bathwater? What are you confessing to?
Need some gold? Bloody good timing. Just got have a
Numbers
client
jobs.
looking to have a rival's business ledger changed. Don't know the reason, and don't want to know.
Stole your Xbox copies
Can't
of
you
Oblivion and Skyrim from a house you were visiting about 11 years ago? Bathwater.
Now that's what I like to hear. Off you go.
That was rude. Let me actually check something. In Windhelm. Alright, I'm actually going to take out some notes. Honestly, Bathwater, reasonable lore for those games. No, that's stealing Bathwater. Already a record in the Grey Fox. Never forgiven you, though. Frederick. I don't think I'm the one who stole it, but my copy of Mortal Kombat for the Super Nintendo... Yeah, I had a Super Nintendo in, like, 2002. I'm not sure why. Wait, I do know why. It's relevant to the story. Because we bought... a church friend, like, one of my mom's church friend's kid moved out and left a bunch of stuff, and she, like, sold his Super Nintendo and a bunch of Power Rangers toys and games for it. And my mom bought them and gave them to me and my brother. As so I got, like... What games did I had? The Mortal Kombat was stolen from a Blockbuster. Age yourself so hard there? Nah, I had a Super Nintendo, like... The PlayStation 1 was out when I got this. Like, I was not around for Super Nintendo era. Like, my first console after the Super Nintendo was a PlayStation 2. And it was not that long after. Do-do-do. Alright, I'm noting down how many of the different jobs I'll have done in each city. Because you need to do 5 in each city to get the special gear after the story. And I do want to get that. Remember you didn't return a copy of Geronimo Stilton to your teacher at the end of the year one time because you weren't finished and you felt really bad. Geronimo Stilton. PlayStation 1, huh? You're old. Me too. I never had a PlayStation 1 is the thing. Like, I was pretty young when the PS2 came out. But I didn't have a 1. I actually played a bunch of 1 games on the 2. Which is how I played Final Fantasy IX, for example. Secret Entrance is so stupid. It's a bit of a pain to use, I'll admit. One thing you did take without asking was a DS game that was left on the bathroom sink. One thing you feel bad about to this day. What DS game was it? Secret Entrance, which is the focal point of the only graveyard in the city. Yeah, and the Thieves Guild, like, one of their symbols is, the secret button.
This one's a favorite of mine.
Geronimo Stilton is an old book series about a mouse guy going on wacky adventures through just about every genre you can think of.
I tell you, the Dragonborn comes with the voice-wielding power of the ancient Nord art.
We're only very vaguely playing the PS1. You remember the PS2, though. Probably about the same age as me, then, Goblin. Now does itself with a screeching stone every time you open or close it? That's also true. Transformers. I'll admit, I don't know that I know of any Transformers games on the PlayStation 1. Or on the DS. Yeah. Okay, then, we're old. I'm older than I wish I was, but I feel like that can apply to most ages.
No time for idle chatter. Mercer is awaiting your presence.
He said his people didn't know shit. Get off my ass about it.
Pull up a seat. So, good job.
Job done.
Now, here's your part of the deal. Where you off to? Need some gold? Bad time.
Quick save before asking for another one.
Money.
I don't need to do that yet, to be honest.
Got a personal request from Brynjolf on this numbers job. He says we may hit him hard later, and he wants to prep their books. Help us out.
I think I was a child once.
Nah, that's what I like to hear. Off you go.
Really? How long ago? The White File in Windhelm. Alright. Bump Windhelm up to 2.
Got a minute? Wanted to say something.
I've
never seen anyone with skills like yours. I just wanted to let you know that if you need anything, you can talk to me.
Okay. Who the fuck are you?
My father told me he found me as a young boy in the wreckage of a ship that sank off of the coast near Solitude.
Alright.
All he found in my pocket was a tiny smooth stone inscribed with some sort of strange runes.
Any idea what they mean?
No one does. I've even taken the damn thing to the College of Winterhold.
Yeah.
I must have spent every last
I just
coin I've
suggested
made
the
with
place.
the guild trying to find out what it means.
You just don't get to know.
Perhaps. They could be nonsense. Inane scribbles done by someone in idle boredom. But if not, if they actually mean something, they might tell me where I'm from, what ship I was
Him,
on,
he's the one you're
everything.
looking for the damn quest. I'm actually not sure what you're talking about. Thought it was a shopkeeper. I actually don't remember what this is tied to, if anything. Who gave you the name?
Actually, the fisherman who found me, the man I call my father, gave it to me.
I'd still
Thought it
consider him
was
your
fitting, I
father.
suppose. I never
I'm
changed
adopted
it
too.
because it never felt right to do so.
I'll keep an eye out.
I appreciate that. Be seeing you.
I genuinely don't know what you're talking about, Goblin. Because I don't think I've ever found whatever you're talking about. What is funny is you can still fast travel from here. Hope you're interested in the mystery of Rune's origins, because we're never going to find out. Won't spoil? Goblin seems to say there's an answer. Though maybe it's a mod? No, Goblin says they don't play with mods. Are you sure you're not talking about the Telvanni book that you're supposed to give to, Branchi in Riften?
Spare a coin for a poor old woman.
Branchi is a shopkeeper. And if you started the Thieves Guild quest, he'll probably still be in the Riften prisons.
I'll be fine.
Master, you're far too old for this sort of journey. We don't know what's inside.
Someone who you have to find his origins from a shipwreck. Yeah, that's Branchi in Riften. If you started the Thieves Guild quest, then he's in the Riften prisons, because he's the guy you implicated at the start.
You see, you're not well. Have a seat, and I'll fetch you some tonic.
Oh, if there was a tonic that could help me, I would have found it by now.
Yeah, you good? Feel a little bad for what I just did now.
I'm so close to the answer.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to go to the Riften prisons if you've done Thieves Guild stuff. Damn it, Brynjolf, you ruined my life for 4 months. You arguing about?
Just a man's life work is all. I finally derived the location of the white file, but this doting busybody won't let me get it.
I could go get it if you want.
You would do that? It's good to know.
Sometimes you forget Inigo is a mod. He's definitely one of the most popular mods. I've never installed him myself, but I hear people love him.
In a long-forsaken cave to the west of here. Kuralmil was a crafty one, even in death. You would need the skills of a master alchemist to reach his resting place. Luckily for you, I've already made the mixture. Here, take it. Please, don't dally. I've wasted enough time arguing with my useless assistant here.
So, the fuck is the white file?
A legendary bottle, forged in the days when Skyrim
I know this
was just
voice.
starting its turn to ice. A small
It's a very
container
distinctive voice.
made of the magically infused snow that first fell on the throat of the world.
You been in Disney stuff?
It is said that the file will replenish
Jim Cummings?
whatever fluid
You think that is
placed
him, yeah.
inside of it.
In which
For an
case, yeah,
alchemist like
definitely
myself,
Disney.
It is the most pure expression of my art. To create from nothingness.
So, like a Philosopher's Stone. I don't know what that is. Let's Nazim know he's bitch-made, because I can't. I am forever in his debt. He's lots of people? Yeah. He's damn near everyone. So, you have a specific personal attachment?
I've spent my entire life searching for it.
You're a middle-aged high elf. That's pretty long.
To these frozen reaches from the warm embrace of Somerset Isle. Entire years spent in libraries, seeking out tiny villages with local legends that contain but a whisper of a hint of the file. I even named my shop after it.
Oh yeah, you did.
Hoping that it might attract anyone who had heard of it. And now it's within my grasp.
But the Eight, it seems, have chosen me for their amusement.
It is an interesting note that someone from Somerset Isle would say the Eight.
I'll never be able to lay my hands on it. Why are you still standing around here?
Look, I'm going. I just wanted to ask you about it.
May the Eight guide you to the file.
Hey, he didn't trust me to find it. Okay, got a little bit to do first.
Spare a coin for a poor old woman.
Yeah, I'll get to you in a minute. Friendly reminder to everyone, Nazim and his wife talk down on you for being poor despite not having a house. Does Nazim's wife talk down on you? I feel like she talks down on Nazim more than she talks to you. Oh, the Forsaken Cave. I've been there. Yeah, I can go get it. Oh. Don't worry, I'll be back up. Oh god, that hurts way more than it used to. I'll be fine. Wife just talked shit about her husband being a kiss ass. Yeah. How many Cuck Nazim mods do you think are out there? There's gotta be at least some, right? For no other reason than because it's against Nazim. You'll download one? I can always count on you, Bathwater. Don't remember his wife that much. Your memory is usually flooded with hatred for Nazim. Then you found that's killing Nazim every day till the next Elder Scrolls. I've seen that channel, yeah. I think it was well over a year ago I last checked on them. They're still going. By God. I mean, it has to take, what, 15 minutes to load up Skyrim and kill Nazim in any different number of ways. And doing that once a day don't sound too difficult, but the dedication... Cooked Faendal kind of by accident. I mean, it's not, like... Camilla Valerius is probably the people, the early game, the earliest wife you can really get hold of. Or unlock, I could say instead. Choose different ways every day, it's a lot. Yeah, no, I was saying, like, it definitely takes some thought to not overdo anyone. And if they're still doing completely new ways every time, I imagine it does start getting tricky. Pretty sure he's thrown him off High Hrothgar at least once by now. You were young, you snitched on them both, married her, flexed on them, then killed her. You actually can't snitch on both of them in the default game. Those other things you can completely do, for sure. And married Uthgard. Lied and wasn't by accident, you just thought it'd be funny? It is pretty funny, yeah. It's also funny that if you move her into a house, Faendal still tries to go to talk to her. And I think the only way to really stop that is to, have him join the Blades. I think this bear might be having... Well, it might have been having mental problems a minute ago. You can give her a letter and snitch. You can give her one letter and snitch. But you can't... Here's the thing, both of them give letters, but you can't, like, say, hey, both of them did this. You can just choose to snitch on one of them. Like, the game does not let you double snitch. I made him your steward, so he'd have to sleep outside your house at Golden Glow. Oh, man. Bear's a pansy. Get him, Warlock. Wish we could, though. Ungoth tried to. Instead, he snitched on one of them and then sacrificed the other one to Boethia. As Quilla pointed out, that was psychotic even by Ungoth's standards. Really couldn't disagree with that statement. But the ebony mail is great. Really useful in this mod that makes werewolves... weak to poison, for reasons I'm not fully sure of. Lore reasons, I mean, specifically. Okay, the Dremora ruined my stealthing. There it is. It's too Sven if your guy knew more than two, count 'em, 2 songs. I mean, yeah, that's pretty amateur, even for where he lives. Only issue with swords versus magic. Swords feel like they do nothing. At low levels, yes. There's definitely less feedback from weapons than magic in this game. Thing is, weapons are way, way stronger than magic. This mod has tried to balance it out more, but I think weapons are still gonna win out in the end. But the early swords always make you go back to magic. I mean, the early swords suck, but so does the early magic. In first playthroughs, made your character Rocky Balboa and went with fists. Everyone tries that at least once, and then you very quickly realize that in base Skyrim... Went the Targe way. Ah. Still not amazing, but... better at least. Damn it. Had fun suplexing bandits while it lasted. Like, honestly, the only way to make in base Skyrim unarmed functional is genuinely fortify restoration looping. You need to enchant loop, and then use Pugilist to get enough enchanting on some gloves, on some... I think they need to be heavy dragon gloves, and you have the perk. 2 sets of ancient Nord boots. You need heavy dragon gloves with the perk, the Iron Fist perk, and you need to have pugilism on them, and be a Khajiit. And even then, it's only okay damage, so you have to find some way to make your enchantments really strong. Without exploiting, there is still a way to make it pretty good. Unarmed Guardians also have the unarmed bonus, or are you confused? They have the animation, and they might have a smaller bonus by default. There's actually some argument if it works or not. Like, they're also... Here's the thing. There's also an enchantment in-game, no one's sure if it works, where vampires get extra unarmed damage. And no one's sure if it works or not, because it's really hard to see some of the Skyrim spaghetti. Think how jovially that Draugr walked up to you before you killed him? Get poisoned, stupid. Who killed that guy? Bisky? Oh yeah, I have a Blue Sky account. Oh boy, boss is gonna be so proud of me when I kill this. What's this now? Sword through chest. That missed somehow. That was detected somehow. Skyrim hitboxes, baby. Today, Goblin will crawl out of a cave to explore new social media. I mean, they took a very hard-line stance against, training AI off their stuff. Whereas Twitter did the opposite, so... There we go, that's what I wanted to happen. I want sneak experience. One-handed experience ain't bad either. Just because two-handed's already maxed out anyway. Kudere is kind of funny though, at least in concept. I mean, here's the thing, if it was just training off of things people say, that'd be one thing, but it's training off of art too, which... No. AI art is a plague. .6 stars. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Oh hey, I was set on fire. Blue Sky? No, I assumed it was related to Blue Sky. I'm not sure what the fuck you're talking about when you say 1.6 stars. What does that mean? What do those words mean? that the rating it has on Play Store, I mean, it might just be that their app sucks. I don't know. I just use the browser version. If there's a browser version, I almost always default to that, because I don't like downloading things. These sneak levels up fast when you actually get sneak attacks. Magic sneak attacks do not let you level up stealth fast enough. Ow. Imagine Ultron, but he's been exclusively exposed to Twitter, Reddit, and 4chan. I feel like he'd come to a similar conclusion that the Ultron in the movie did. Humanity needs to be wiped out. That is the only way Earth will ever be safe. That didn't do shit. It's only times 3 damage, I suppose. Not doing that much at the moment. One-handed ain't great. Don't have any of the perks to buff it. You only use Twitter for porn? Commendable. But you must recall, that's where the shitty AI porn is also getting its training from. So on some level, you're encouraging that, even if you don't want to. But I do still post on Twitter, I just don't really advertise it. Actually, I post when I'm going live on Twitter, that's about it. Then again, that's all I've really used Blue Sky for as well. Sometimes I put other thoughts on Blue Sky, but not often. I almost frame him as the hero of the story, too. Oh yeah, Bathwater will never shy away from that. The only thing Bathwater shies away from are the really, really raunchy things that make me actually uncomfortable. He is filtering himself. And I appreciate it. Like how there's still weapons lying around from my previous jaunt through here. Want to be free? You can be, but I'll warn you. If Automod catches it and I don't like it, well, I'll probably let it through anyway, if I'm being honest. Honestly, if I don't like it, I'll probably laugh at it. This is you filtered, stay on free. That's a lot of people's reactions, I'll grant. Just be mindful of the audience here, Bathwater. I can take a lot, but they're used to relative tameness. Just joking around. Can take a lot. There it is. Name is Gamer Girl Bathwater. Doesn't seem reserved about his interests. That is an accurate description. And death. Almost for me as well. That was close. Challenge them, fish. Have I? It's not impossible. I'm gonna ask why you're exclusively going for cross shots. I'm too lazy to press the crouch button again. To stand up. Trying to get sneak attacks to train stealth more. I feel like if I stand up, stuff further away might notice me. If it's just nearby stuff catching on, then it's not a big deal. Got a butt there, it's okay. Yeah, see, that guy might have caught on if I'd stood up earlier, and I wouldn't have gotten that sweet, sweet sneak attack. Or poisoned him. Get poisoned, stupid. Oh, you just shoved your sword on my ass instead of stabbing my balls. That's fine. I mean, I'm not sure which would be worse. They'd both be terrible. I don't know that I want to imagine comparing them. I'm not sure how he managed to do that. Damn it. The range is slightly shorter than I expect it to be. Let me just real quick. I don't think Frost is gonna work on a bunch of Draugr, so... Look at that. Ngot's wounds are healing faster than he can make them. Stabbed. Get stabbed, stupid. I love regen builds. Especially with a near-capped armor rating. Ooh, an ebony sword. Usually stronger than the bound sword right now. But I also want to train, conjuring some. And the tank dabbles in healing. I almost feel like Ngoth is almost the opposite, when the healer dabbles in tanking. Oh yeah, I couldn't do this area before because I didn't have Norellian's mixture. I was like, what's back here? I don't get it. And I just kind of had to leave. Oh, game at dinner. Wait, why is there a modern book back here? It's modern-ish. It is from the previous era. And that's still a third era book. Fuck's it doing back here? Cracked white file. I hope he doesn't get really upset about the crack in it. Interesting it didn't direct me to try to use that door. Alright, we're heading back to the guy. Stamina regen's damn quick, too. To be fair, that's out of combat regen, which is even faster. But still.
I swear that woman Ari doesn't appreciate all the work I
Always something going wrong. Mill needs more lumber or the saw needs sharpening.
I've heard this one before. Watch out, Divines. Poor Godrir curses you all for giving him life.
Watch your mouth with me, you pup. Who do you think you are?
The man doing your job?
Ah. Imagine a masochistic tank. Oh yeah, hit me again, and that's it. Gonna go fight the monk. Would you believe there's a relatively popular anime character who's literally exactly that? I say relatively. I'm not sure if that anime is popular currently, because I don't think it has had a season in a few years now. Fish to a T in this game, Traveler. Not getting off on taking damage. Getting off on them failing to do meaningful damage. There is a distinct difference. Darkness? Yeah, her name is Darkness from Konosuba, if you've heard of that. It's kind of an isekai parody in some ways. In that it definitely subverts a lot of the tropes of isekai slop that was coming out in droves during that time. Yes, the party tank is just a straight-up masochist.
Here, my
Assorted.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions.
I'm here to talk to your boss. You doing okay? Hey, Norellian, I'm back.
Alchemy is simple. Unless, of course, you are simple. Then, I can't help you.
I'm not too into alchemy personally, but I got the file.
Listen.
It's a little damaged, though.
It matches every description of the file that I've found in lore. But if it can't hold liquid, there's no way of knowing. How did you manage to damage it, then? This is what I get for not retrieving it myself.
It was like that when I got there.
Figures. I doubt you have sufficient knowledge to harm the file, even if you wanted to.
You'll have to fight through fucking dozens of draugrs to get there.
Now, if you'll excuse me. I'm not quite in the mood to entertain guests. I trust you can show yourself out. Here's for your trouble.
5 gold. Look, I get you're upset, but you're taking it out on me. Quintus.
Thank you for your help. I know my master can be a bit short at times.
I get it. He gave me 5 cents. It's almost more insulting than nothing, you know?
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Even though the file was damaged, I still think your efforts deserve reward. Now, if you'll pardon me, I'm going to tend to Norellian. I can make his final days a bit less painful.
Okay, that's a little nicer. feel like there's supposed to be more to that quest. Did I fuck something up? Okay, there might be a letter I get later. You have to wait? Okay.
Trouble?
I've done that quest maybe twice in all my time playing Skyrim.
Did you use my good hammer?
No.
What was I doing? Oh, right, was gonna turn this in. This other thing? Yeah. I think Bart starts with a letter you get sometime later. Okay. Not that far from Winterhold. Really want to see if Arniel's made any progress on that Dwemer thing. Where it's gonna be something useful. Spends plenty of time in the Arcanium. I'll check there first. Not here at the moment, but I think it was still worth it to try. Won't come until you progress in the main quest far enough to meet Parthenax, because it requires you to go to the Throne of the World. Ah! Every time Bathwater goes quiet now, you imagine he's preparing something devious. Nah, I think Bathwater's way more spur of the moment than that. Just playing Mountain Blade? Yeah, that would have been my first guess. Like, he's either playing Mountain Blade or Crusader Kings. Conquered a city in the name of your king, was granted the right to rule it. Sweet. Who's your king? I'm curious. Is it the rightful king or a dirty pretender? I know what answer you'll give, but will it be the truth? Hey, Tolf dear, thanks for taking care of my nymph. Fish is the king.
Good to see Skyrim still has such fine people. You give an old man hope.
Yaroglet, king of the Vaegirs. Well, is he the rightful king or a dirty pretender? You didn't answer the question. Did you lose your limbic again?
Well, yes. This is rather embarrassing, but it seems I've misplaced something. I can't find my... If you happen to see it, would you mind bringing it to me?
I know where you left it. Actually saw it earlier. Someone needs to keep an eye on him. It's actually a subject of debate. Bathwater, I've never known you to answer the question with that. Your answer is usually of course or no, regardless of the truth.
Please don't bother the Archmage unless it's absolutely necessary.
This is a claimant to the throne, Prince Valdame the Bastard. Alright, but do you believe him to be the rightful king or a dirty pretender? That's usually what I want. That's usually how you answer. Like, if I ask you, who does Skyrim belong to? And you say anyone but the elves, and not maybe the Dunmer are okay.
Restoration is a perfectly valid school of magic, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
I never do. Want to play the Game of Thrones Bannerlord mod really bad? I really want to play the Fallout Civilization mod. There was one for, like, Caesar's Legion, where obviously it's
If
Caesar.
there are any problems, let me know. It's my job to keep things running smoothly.
The NCR, where it's I want to say the second president? Can't remember her name.
Day-to-day operations are my responsibility, which means if you become a problem, you get sent to me.
Like almost always bestows land to whoever conquers it, unlike some monarchs, so he's a fair and legitimate monarch to you. Stuck with the curse of being on console. Tandy, that's right, Tandy.
It's always encouraging to see the younger generations. The college will...
I found your alembic.
Ah, yes, there it is.
You
Thank
left
you
it in the
so
same
much.
place as last time, Tolfdir.
Mm-hmm.
Good. I think there were only those two the last time I looked at that mod. But if they did a New Vegas with House running it as a third faction, that'd be great. Because House ruled it for the longest, so it's still fair to make him the front runner. Could do, like... Could do the Enclave, maybe. They'd almost count as a country. Almost. These are still here, I don't know why.
Go fiddling with any locks around here.
I didn't talk to the guy I came here to talk to. Couldn't find him, in fact. No, couldn't find him. He's probably not even ready yet anyways. Come on, there we go. Or what made you start watching Game of Thrones so you could watch a series from a YouTuber you like playing the mod? I've gotten into theories for stupider reasons.
So, what can I do for you today?
The reason I first played New Vegas was because it was very popular in a different fandom I was in. I'm not gonna say which one, you can probably guess.
Ooh, nicely done. Here's your share.
Thanks. Give me any sneak training, by the way.
Stick with me, and they'll never even know you're there.
Got the cash, why not?
There's plenty more.
Level up. You know what you are? Yeah, I'm thinking you guessed correctly. Valdim, who may or may not be a bastard, was the son of the second previous king. He died when he was still young. His uncle proclaimed him a bastard and took the throne. However, he died not long after. The throne passed to Yaroglek. Cannot guess, please tell you? One of the most prolific fan fictions ever written is a crossover between these two things. That might hint you. Stick with me. They'll never even know you're here. If I could get up to that, it'd be nice. That's interesting. They combined the trap trigger with the silent roll for this mod. Move faster while sneaking. Once every 10 seconds, sneaking combat turns you invisible for 5 seconds. That's really strong. Cause enemies to stop searching for you every 10 seconds. Wow. My Little Pony, I will neither confirm nor deny. Maybe I should put perks into one-handed to make this a little better. Maybe. Maybe. Honestly, Merciless is going to be useful no matter what. It's backstab and beyond I don't know if I'll end up using.
For the likes of you.
You know what? Since I leveled up,
stick with me.
I can train again.
They'll never even know you're there.
The funny number.
Good.
Alright, ready for some extra work.
My clients are getting impatient. Alright.
I'm liking those
Simple
numbers
one.
jobs.
Just get
They're
in,
easy as
change the
shit,
books,
honestly.
and be back in time for last call. So, how's about it?
I'm in.
Good. Here's your assignment.
The numbers job.
So, what can I do for you today?
Sadri's used wares in Windhelm. Oh, he's really laying on to Windhelm. That is the third Windhelm job. Should I? Maybe. Nah. You far away while he does their rat-like activities. Not sure what rat-like activities you're referring to. Emptying certain people's banks.
You're a war hero, Brunwolf. Ulfric will listen to you. You've seen how we live. Cramped alleys, rundown buildings, few guard patrols. Even the name Grey Quarter is an insult. That's all I ask. With your help, we have a chance to make a better
Okay,
life
this
for
guy's
ourselves.
having a
For that, I
bit of an episode. Forgot to spawn in who he's talking to.
Just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions.
I wonder how long it'll take before you have to go in a sewer and test sects. It's an excellent question. Let's think. You can argue that Tess 1 started in a sewer. Because those jails, like, run through a sewer system with water. Oh, game crashed. Won't be around for it to know? Sure we will. The singularity will have occurred by then. Our physical bodies may have deteriorated, but our minds will persist. Alright, it was just here. That's fine. Oh, I lost a loading screen. Sometime this millennium. I honestly don't think it's that far off, because they have very specifically and officially said during the Oblivion remaster announcement, like, we had another studio do Oblivion because we're working on Test 6. Like, they said it, they dropped it specifically. Todd didn't like you bad-mouthing his precious sewers and had to give you a warning. Yeah. It's happened before. Reincarnate if you have to. Well, don't go reaching enlightenment between then and the release.
So been troubling you?
Gotcha, job done.
This kind of work suits you, but it's going to end up making you rich.
I mean, I'd argue it's made you more rich than me so far. Blackmail the gods, playtest 6.
I handle
Be honest,
fishing,
what is it this
numbers,
time?
and bedlam jobs. The ones with a more If break-ins are more... Most
Kinda
of the
don't like how games look
establishments in
now.
Skyrim keep their transactions
I think I know what you
recorded
mean, but
within
can you
business
articulate
ledgers.
specifically?
Your job will be to change the numbers in that. Feel like doing a bit of right. Keep this up, and you'll be rich
I
enough
think
to
I know
retire
what you
before
mean, but I
know it.
want you to say specifically to be sure. Trying to think of how to articulate it. Where am I going this time? Solitude! Alright, can add that to the list. don't like how Oblivion Remaster looked. You really hope that's not what 6 is. It was done by a different studio, so I wouldn't count on it.
I'm a little busy at the moment. I've got all sorts of errands to run.
Well, I didn't stop to talk to you, so... sounds like a you problem.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions.
Totally will, for sure, definitely.
I thought adventurers were supposed to look tough.
Go fuck yourself, kid. Like, they look a lot different from Oblivion, because Oblivion had the restraint of keeping the old Oblivion magic alive. No, I don't have a suggestion for what you'd want instead. What if it looked like ESO? Would that bother you? Or is ESO still weirdly cartoony enough, for lack of a better word? Stupid consumer spending more money equals better. That's definitely what the corporates think. Very much. I can get by ya. I think there's too much effort to look for realism. Not enough effort to look for style. It would beat Emil to death with a frozen salami if it looked like ESO. Would you rather... Okay, Quilla, what would you rather ES6 looks like? And I'm talking purely the art style. I don't mind ESO's art style, and I'm surprised you apparently do. ESO is putrid, disgusting garbage. It's soulless plastic.
Oh, here's your
Job
share.
done.
Well done. Alright. Anything in particular strike your fancy? Alright. Got a simple one.
Really like how
Just get
Skyrim
up,
is?
change the
Skyrim
books,
has
and be
that
back in
not
time for
quite
last
real
call.
enough charm to it, you know?
That's about it. Here's everything
Single
you
and
need.
armor in ESO's skin-tight
You get
suit with a
cool.
few plates taped on it.
Never heard of you.
Yeah, kinda. I can definitely what you mean with the armor, but that's because they need it to fit every single character model, doing all sorts of poses. Another one for Whiterun. Make it look like Morrowind again. Throw in the fog, too, just to fuck with people. That'd be pretty great. Style-wise, I just want it to look interesting. Don't want it to look like Skyrim or Morrowind. I want it to have its own interesting style identity. Probably won't, though. Yeah, it's hard to have faith after... Feels like every Bethesda game since Skyrim has gone too hard on, like, watering it down, you know? Watering down the more interesting aspects to keep going for mass appeal. Problem is, the combination of mass appeal and interesting aspects is what made Skyrim. And whereas Oblivion just had a lot of the mass appeal aspects but not in the correct places, and had style, but again, not in the correct actually, I'd argue it didn't have style. Every single Elder Scrolls has a different style. Be nice for that to continue, yes. Please Elder Scrolls Redguard again and gaslight people.
If it's armor you need, we've got all kinds, both light and heavy.
He practicing his speech? Does he say that in his fucking sleep?
Everything you...
I think we talked about this. Unironically, I would want it to be in Hammerfell. We're gonna continue the Old Mary Dominion plot. I think Hammerfell is the natural next place to go. No, I do of course worry that it won't, The lore's never gonna be what it was, and I have to accept that, but I'm gonna refuse to anyway. The lore is never going to be the sheer madness that MK was cooking up. Till they slowed him down in 4 and basically carved him out for Skyrim.
Pull up a couldn't have done it better
Yeah, I'm done.
yourself. Here's your coin. Bad time. Brynjolf's been getting on to me about money. We want to waylay a shipment on the way from this business without them even noticing anything went missing. Want the job?
Yeah, why not?
Finally.
Realism is a tricky word
Someone
in a
with
game with
backbone.
talking cats, but high-resolution textures, high-quality models, sophisticated lighting. I mean... hate to admit, but we're all going to be returning to Skyrim even after the new game. Yeah, that's the thing. Unless Bethesda really, really, really takes a hard left turn from what they've been doing, this isn't going to be the next Skyrim. Fallout 4 wasn't the next Skyrim. If anything, I'd say New Vegas was the... I'd say Skyrim was the next New Vegas, if anything. Right, this is the first one from Markarth. Morrowind was the next Skyrim. Skyrim is the video game equivalent of Rocky Balboa. Yeah, that's not fair. Fallout is a totally different player base for most part, doesn't it? Not totally. There's a ton of overlap between Fallout and Elder Scrolls. Fallout 3 was the next Skyrim.
I'm sorry, Goose. I just flinched.
You can't pound the dust out of your iron. It'll break when it's finished. Hit it harder.
Is she telling him how to make swords? Is she telling him how orcs like to fuck? Surprising amount of overlap in those two areas, I'll have you know. Would have thought with a totally different gameplay it'd be different. Nah, there's that same twinge of madness to their insane lore, and there's that same style ever since 3, of the open world you travel around. The gameplay's different, but they have similar souls, if that makes sense. Called Toddslop, and a Toddslop fan is a Toddslop fan. Call us out like that, Claw. Gameplay is virtually identical because Bethesda games, BGS, only really makes one kind of game mechanically. Yeah.
Why can't the men in this city leave me alone?
I've literally never seen you before and don't know who you are. Someone who grew up with the swords, you weren't able to get into the guns. The difference is really just that Tess, you have bows, Fallout, you have guns, yeah. But the thing is, Fallout, you absolutely can do disgusting melee builds in most of those games. I'd say New Vegas melee is some of the strongest. Though I'm partial to revolver builds in New Vegas. Cowboy at heart. But if I really have to do melee, I of course do the cowboy plus grunt build, where you just use the combat knife and it gets buffed by both perks. And then you deal disgusting stealth damage. Like to punch your foes? Yeah, punching in New Vegas, also great. Or found swords in Fallout 3? There's the shish kebab in New Vegas. There's not too many swords in New Vegas. I think there's 1 or 2 swords in Fallout 4. Swords aren't too common. Like, there is the shish kebab, and there's the Grognak axe in 4 also. That's kind of fun.
This kind of work suits you.
Also can't lose your retirement fund gambling in the Elder Scrolls. Not with that attitude. The shish kebab is pure aura. Yeah, you pull out a sword. You pull a trigger and it lights on fucking fire.
Alright. Anything in particular strike your fancy?
Any more jobs?
Got a simple one. Just get in, change the books, and be back.
It'll be the strongest weapon, but it's the coolest. It's cool as hell.
How's about it? Just remember the rules. Keep it clean, and keep it quiet. Here's the details.
Where are we going this time? Going back to Solitude, okay. Let me write that down. Also, so visceral in the way it's clearly assembled from real parts. Yeah, and that's one thing I will absolutely give to Fallout 4. I love the design of the pipe weapons. I love how they look like these cobbled together pieces of crap. And that's the whole point. They are garbage weapons, but you can customize them so much because they're made of garbage.
No time for idle chatter.
The hollow rifle? The hollow rifle is another great example because it's a grenade launcher with a fucking hollow projector slapped onto it. You can see what it's made out of, makes it feel very Wasteland. I love that, yeah. I will say, Dust. The Dust mod does a good job of that, too, with its custom weapons. Like, they look slapped together from random garbage, because you literally do that. Revolver that plays its own music activates a certain part of your brain. I know. The one that might belong to the stranger's son. Not my favorite revolver. I like Lucky. Because Lucky is all about crits. So is that one too, to an extent. It's all about crits, and luck builds in New Vegas are the funnest way to play. That's right, I said funnest. Lucky is definitely peak revolver. Yeah, and it's like a... It's an old revolver, where you've got to load it one shell at a time instead of pulling out an auto-loader. Like, it doesn't even pull out. Using a hunting revolver, Ranger Sequoia does have a certain something to it. The Ranger Sequoia, it's hard for me to get past for the sole reason that it is a pistol chambered in 4570, which... God, no. Like the katana, it's so fast. Fast as fuck. Fire sword is scary, but if your enemy comes with his own theme song, you just have to know you're screwed. The boom is big. I mean, yeah. There'd be a real boom in real life, too. 4570's fucking loud.
Something, Trump. If you don't watch it, I may actually start to respect you.
We wouldn't want that, would we, Delvin? Say that, but it is based on a real revolver, which is really chambered in that. Oh, I know. You need to understand, Quilla. A lot of the guns Fallout uses are based on real-life weapons. It's just that those real-life weapons aren't really worth using a lot of the time. Let me give you the best example. In Fallout 1 and 2, the top-grade shotgun. Do you know what it is?
Great. What you want to do?
Another numbers job. Haven't gotten 5 on any, so I'm not going to bother quick saving.
He says we may hit him hard
like
later,
using a deagle?
He wants to prep their books.
Specifically, a 50 AE deagle is not a pleasant experience, no.
Here's your assignment.
It is... Damn it, what's it called? I can't remember what it's called, but it's based on a shotgun that was never actually finished. One that has some really, really weird functions to it. Probably the strange... okay, it's weird for two reasons. One, the firing version they made, you basically had to disassemble it entirely to reload it. Which means it was nowhere near being, like, actually functional. And two, it had this gimmick where you could actually pull out the drum, lay it on the ground, and essentially turn it into a landmine. Which was a really stupid idea, because then you can't reload your gun at all.
Who aren't complete fools.
Thanks, Viarmo. What was it called? There's a lot of games that try putting that gun in, because it got weird legendary status from Fallout 1 and 2, because of how it worked in them. Basically useful for a last resort only. I can't imagine a last resort where it's more economical to give up all of your bullets on a shrapnel mine than to just shoot a couple people with a shotgun. Because here's the thing, you need to load it with the bullets for it to work still. It's a garbage mine without them. It doesn't even work to that degree. Really hate it if that function accidentally triggered while I was still on your gun. Yeah, the safety mechanism was that the way to actually make it to prime it was you actually had to use the, fuck me, what, I'm losing the word. The barrel, that's, how did I lose that word? The barrel was shaped weird, and it was essentially the key to prime the mine.
So, here's your share. Well done.
And that was the safety mechanism in theory. You gonna die, might as well take down more than two with you? I guess, but the problem was also, like, do you have time to set that up? Setting up a mine is almost never a last resort deal.
Bad time. Brynjolf's been...
Yep,
we want
more
to
numbers.
waylay a ship. Good. Here's your assignment.
Where are we going this time?
Pull up a seat. Have a drink.
Alrighty, another Solitude one. It's like in Solitude lately. Always love the image of your character listening to Elvis with a cyborg dog and a super mutant grandma behind him as he proceeds to crush Caesar's skull with a section of road. Yeah. I will definitely give Fallout this over Elder Scrolls. Fallout, by a wide margin, has better companions.
You wanna talk? Yeah, I guess I have a minute.
Like, it is not close. The best Skyrim companion, the best Elder Scrolls companion, Serana, is probably about as good as some of the better Fallout companions.
What is it? Dragons?
Roll for life, gotta love Danny Trejo. I think my favorite's probably Nick. From 4. I just love the idea of this wisecracking robot. Nick is also cool. And Far Harbor does some extra stuff for him, too. Clockwork Dick. Yeah. Soft spot for Curie. Curie is quite nice. I hesitate to think of a Fallout 4 companion I don't like. Because they all at least have some level of interest to their character. The closest one who comes to being bland is probably Piper, but even then, Piper's still fun. I mean, you could argue Dogmeat because he's just a dog. Synth Curie can be very cute, yeah. I guess Cogsworth is pretty basic. But even then, I don't dislike him, because he's still a fun character.
If you don't watch it,
Strong's great? Yeah, I love Goku.
Job well done.
Kate has never really appealed to you? I like Kate. I like her character arc.
Great. What you want to do?
Any more numbers?
This business is a regular target for the guild. I keep pretty shoddy records, so the job should be a cinch. You in?
I'll do it.
Good. Here's your assignment.
What game are we talking about? I was bringing up how Fallout 4 has great companions. Strong will find Milk of Human Kindness. It's such an interesting character. A super mutant was taught Shakespeare and learned the absolute wrong lesson from it. Solitude again. Wow, Solitude pulls out to 4 now. By the way, even after I get to 5 on all of these, I'm still going to have to finish the Thieves Guild quest line. Strong found breast milk of kindness. Well, 4 made me hopeful Todd learned how to write companions, so would bring that forward to Test 6. Maybe he will. Maybe Tess will have learned from that. Like, that's one thing I genuinely would like. And that's something I can give to, Outer Worlds, at least. At least what I remember of the companions was pretty good. The companions were, like, integrated to the story. Unlike Elder Scrolls, where they're really not. The only one who is Serana, but that's only because she's the core focus of one of the DLCs. You didn't say shit. Starfield made followers that make you yearn for the brain-dead Skyrim ones, so now you're scared. I've seen one person play Starfield once, and it was clips, essentially. During the Thieves Guild quest line, you can't fast travel. I mean, can't fast travel when enemies are nearby. Enemies? Serana is good, except the game does insist upon her. Yeah, we've had this discussion. Really obvious the game expects you to love her. Yeah, I'd say Skyrim... I'd say Dawnguard got lucky that Serana is so beloved as a character, or else the absolute binary would be that you'd have to fucking hate her. Because of... It is Laura Bailey. It's hard to hate any role Laura Bailey plays, frankly. That might have been the enemy nearby.
Fort to me, dragon!
Damn it, I missed. He's still taking damage. Got him. Guess we'll call it even this time. Have to compare Serana to Joshua Graham, and it's just not close. Should Joshua Graham count as a companion? Like, as a follower? I mean, he teams up with you for one quest. I feel like he's a really well-written character, but a very iffy, like, follower.
It's like the ancient legends, Dragonborn.
seen such
I feel like how she refused to marry for reasonable and well thought out character reason. Yeah, and also probably because Bethesda couldn't get that to work either. Because even modders still haven't cracked that in a way that's actually functioning well. Majority of players who love her character modding the ability to mirror against her clearly explained character objections. It's funny. Then you hate your troops. We sent it up the siege ramp we built. The fuckers bumped you off and you took damage. God. Let me think about being Dragonborn for a sec. Might fill this out. I get to Storm Crown. Honestly, getting all of these is just good. Just me in terms of main DLC beloved character. I guess so. Honest Hearts, you're given a route to express your disagreement with Graham's methods and character. Yeah, I suppose to that degree, he is better than Serana. Now, that route sucks, and you're stupid if you take it, but that's another issue. Yeah, the choice is what we're talking about here. You should have the option to fuck yourself over in a game sometimes. By the way, always crush the white legs. Anyone generally think it's better to make the sorrows run away? I don't think so.
No time for idle chatter. Mercer is awaiting your presence.
He can keep waiting.
Need a few spare septums? I got the cure right here.
Let me check. 49 grand in my pocket. I think I'm good.
Oh, you're back. This
Job's
kind of
done.
work suits you. But it's going to end up making you rich.
Have something special for me, Delvin?
Well, it appears your actions are starting to make waves out
Sweet,
there.
sweet. I'm at the
People are
halfway-ish
talking about
point.
the guild again. In fact, I just got a special job requested. I haven't gotten anything like that in years.
Yeah? What is it?
I need you to make your way to Solitude and talk to Erica. He's looking to run some kind of a shield job. Now, he's not exactly going to welcome you with open arms, but keep your cool. Do this job right, and we've just made an important friend out there. Hey, this guild needs the coin.
Dude, I
Getting
just
away
took the
without
work.
taking work is not going to make you popular.
Now, this special job I do not believe counts. Literally meet him while he's cleaning 1911s. Learn he survived getting covered in pitch, set it on fire, and thrown in the Grand Canyon, so he kind of starts with an advantage. Yeah, Joshua Graham is great. Which is why... Some of you may be familiar with the New Vegas mod that completely redoes Honest Hearts. And it kind of doesn't do Joshua Graham's character justice. I get them trying to go for a more New Vegas-y feel of it, where your opinions actually matter, but it's at the cost of Joshua Graham. M1911 is peak? The 1911 is peak. Why is there a potion up here? First you've heard of it? I believe it, but it's one of the most popular, like, mods in theory. Like, it's fully voice acted, which is impressive.
A grasp of magical theory that I would never have expected from a human, even a reptile.
You've heard of it, but never tried it. I don't personally think it's worth it. I think default Honest Hearts is better. Like, I get what it's going for. It wants more of a... These factions are of differing ideals, and there's not really a way to harmonize them, so you gotta pick which one you believe in. Which is kind of the crux of New Vegas as a whole. Like, it feels more like New Vegas, but it feels... Joshua Graham feels wrong, because he's kind of a whiny little bitch in it. And it's like, oh, okay. Did I watch what you sent me? Let me double check what you last sent me. Yeah, I watched that, video on Twitter.
The Imperials are good for business, and business is good for Skyrim.
Here with Delvin Mallory and... I'm not looking. Elisif isn't looking at me, is she? She is, motherfucker.
About time you got here. I'm not accustomed to dealing with people who are unreliable. That's why I asked Delvin to send me his best.
That's why he sent me.
Huh, that remains to be seen. Nothing raises my ire more than having an agreement broken. It's bad for business, and it wastes time.
I can agree with that.
Captain Wolf of the Dainty Slode has decided to test my patience on this matter by neglecting to honor a trade agreement we had established.
I assume this is where I come in.
I need you to help me show him the error of his ways by sneaking on board the Slode and planting some contraband.
What do you have in mind?
You'll need to get your hands on some Balmora Blue from Sabine Niet down by the docks. She's the first mate on another ship, the Red Wave. Once you get your hands on it, I want you to plant it in Captain Wolf's footlocker. I'll take care of the rest.
Better it done.
Captain Wolf is ashore right now, and I want the authorities waiting for him when he gets back.
Now get going. I don't want to see your face until the job's done.
DLCs answer a small part of the whole question that is New Vegas, so single DLC should not feel exactly like New Vegas. I can definitely see that. Demand the car maker return to Fallout as an alternative to fast traveling. Yeah, like in 2. Want to ride a Deathclaw? We all want to ride a Deathclaw. Oh, you meant like a mount. Refrain from expressing your thoughts on that. Honest Hearts isn't about which flawed ideology is right, it's about finding the middle point between innocence and violence. Did I stutter? Glad we're all in agreement. Deathclaws would be an amazing mount. We weren't having a heart attack every time we saw one.
I have to wonder. What does the Dragonborn do once he's summoned by the Greybeards? Can the Thuum be taught? Like any skill?
Not like any skill. But like a lot of skills, sure. Heroes must lose their innocence to survive. Daniel's path exists to show us that there is no world where they refuse to fight and still survive. The world has come for them, and they have to live with that. I also like Joshua Graham as a much more effective ex-legionary than Ulysses. I'm gonna level with you. I don't think this is a hot take by any means. Ulysses is kind of boring. You let Graham take the lead, he'll teach the Sorrows to become vicious, bloodthirsty killers, true barbarians, not tribals. Bear Bull, Bear Bull. It's your fault this happened that I didn't warn you it would happen, even though I knew it would happen. That makes it your fault.
And you use them both for your weapon. I can respect that.
What about the bear and the bull? Like, Ulysses has a badass voice. He's just simultaneously boring and annoying.
Whatever you're about to say, don't bother. I don't want to hear it.
Looking for some Balmora Blue.
Well then, you're talking to the right person.
Change your tune right
I'm
fucking quick.
the only one left in Tamriel that can get my
You know the why of things, Bear Bull
It's
Courier.
impossible to find anymore. You want to buy it off of me?
Any other way to earn it?
I'm afraid not. How else can a poor, overworked sailor like myself expect to earn a living?
Price is fucking outrageous.
I'm sorry you feel my illegal contraband is overpriced. Perhaps you should bring it up at the next Merchant Guild meeting.
I could chop your fucking
Look,
head off.
You want it, I got it. You know the price, so talk to me when you want to cough up the gold.
Alternatively, I could murder you and your entire crew, and then no one could stop me from taking it. That'd be funny. I know there's another way to get the stuff, because that is an absurd amount to demand of you. All the characters here are named.
You're not supposed to be in here.
You're not supposed to be in here.
Goes what you know. Also doesn't help that, Ulysses, the whole ideology of you could turn away at any time is kind of counter to a video game I had to spend money on. It's like, I bought your DLC and you're telling me I'm wrong for playing it after I already paid you for it? Yeah, I hate that shit. Yeah, that really doesn't play out. Like, if it were a quest in the base game, it'd be different. But it's a DLC people had to buy. Turn away anytime. I know, jackass, but I spent money on this. Chris Avalon? What? Was a meaningful alternative to engage with the content other than just going forward, it works. But yeah, there's not. It's the only way to meaningfully engage in the content. That's right. You're supposed to sneak on and steal it. Or at least steal the note. Secure the Balmoral Blue in the chest under the wave just like you asked. Put the best lock on it, gold can buy. So remember, we're splitting the profit. There. You can take all the gold and dead money, because I'll be damned if I learn a meaningful lesson today. That's funny, yeah. I love doing that, too. I remember the first time I did it successfully, it actually took me a bunch of tries, because I didn't quite understand what I was doing. But I'm really... Arguably, it makes the Gunrunner's Arsenal DLC... way better, because now you can suddenly afford all that bullcrap they sell. And now you have something to spend all that gold on. It's pretty great. If the options are play or do not play, that's a fake choice. Chris Avalon was one of the writers. Play dead money so many times, you just leave the gold now because it's genuinely worth it. It's worth so much, it's counterintuitively worthless. It's worth it for a complete everything run where you need where you want to, like, get all the unique items. But generally, yeah, you can't do anything with the gold. There is probably one merchant who can buy even a single piece at a reasonable price, and that's, again, the Gunrunner's merchant. Luck 10 blackjack until you're 1 below the jackpot. Bet on one number on roulette, reload until you win. The cash out is absurd. I think so. This is one of the more annoying ones, by the way. 1, there's a current constantly pushing you. 2, all you know is underneath the wave. $32 to 1 payout for roulette. That'll get you some extra cash for sure. My favorite is always going to be Old World Blues because it's so funny. At least you picked Argonian? Yeah? And if I hadn't, this mod added a water breathing spell, so I'd still be okay. Don't know that I would have picked it up before this, though. Well, the 2 quests that make their brave underwater ability works. Yeah. Such a minor effect. Water breathing is a vanilla spell. Oh, right. You can enchant helmets with it. I forgot about that. Got it from the Dawn Guard questline. Like Dead Money because it's fucking terrifying. Dead Money is something you're either gonna really like or really not like, depending on what your favorite playstyle is. If you're really, really, really not into the whole pseudo-survival horror setup of it, you're just not gonna be into it at all. You're gonna hate the whole thing. I don't mind it, because you can still become very quickly really overpowered there. Dead Money has vibes. You like the vibes in the aura. Also, Dean Domino's your favorite guy. He's fucking slimy ass. I love him. Yeah. Where the fuck is this stupid treasure chest? No, it's under the wave, but there's so much goddamn plant life down here. Vision underwater is really bad, too. Everything's blurry. Fuck Dean. Fuck them all, but fuck Dean the most? All of them. Really? Even Dog? Your favorite guy. He's also genuinely the worst person ever. Dean is a fun character for that. Because, God, oh, right, it's here. It's actually under the dock. Ugh, that's always what throws me off. Wonder if I can get the spell off and then get down to it fast enough. Maybe. Maybe. There we go. Balmora Blue. Okay, he's not bad for a mutant. Dog is honestly a perfectly decent person. Responding to severe trauma with paranoia and menace because it's all he has. I wouldn't even call God that bad of a person either. Because he kind of just is Dog's coping mechanism.
You're that one from the college. Heard about you.
What's up? Of the three, I think he's the only one who's actually a decent person. Oh, I mean as a collective person. Oh, you're including Dog and God as one person. Which, for the best ending, he is. Oh yeah, I have one critique of Dead Money that still pisses me off. And it is a very minor thing. It's so minor, it doesn't hurt my enjoyment. So, there's an achievement in New Vegas, which is to find all the clues about Elijah's past. One of them, you have to get from Dog, and the only way to get it is to have sub-3 intelligence. Now, this wouldn't be so bad if I could bring the item that lets me get -9 intelligence into the DLC, but you can't. So genuinely, you have to build from the start to get that stupid achievement. And I don't like I do not enjoy low intelligence builds in New Vegas, because I like having tons of skill points. Can't even talk to Dog if you want a good ending for Dog. Yeah, that's another problem. Like, that's an achievement I feel like I'm just never gonna get, because I don't want to put in that amount of bullcrap to get it. Like, I gotta... The low intelligence dialogue can be funny, but I don't know, I never enjoy being a very stupid character. God will never deal with you if you bring out Dog even once, because he considers you taking advantage of them both. Probably would have gone with a Mr. House ending, because you love unapologetically evil capitalist characters. No self-respecting, egoist capitalist would ever let someone else have money and power that could be yours. I'd say Mr. House is actually just better at... Here's the thing, I don't think Mr. House is an unapologetically evil capitalist. I think he's a really effective capitalist. And there is a difference. He understands that the best way to, like, rule the place is to make this immortal psycho his best friend ever. Treat them really well. And it kind of works. It works on me, at least. Always beat him to death with a 9-iron. The achievement is fun. The Bioshock achievement. See if I can get here without getting caught. Also just don't like him and don't trust him. That's fine. But I do like his, response where he's like, why? You can say, I just don't like you. He's like, really? You do this for something that bullcrap? Christine is interesting. She's a great example of how not being able to speak quickly causes people to infantilize you. So much of the player base thinks that Christine is a cute little girl. She's very much a vicious killer. Yeah, she's a member of the Brotherhood of Steel. Her only response to learning that Dean put her in the autodock is, I've done worse, and I will again. I do like how many skill checks you actually need to understand what the hell she's saying.
Never enough gold. Just need one good haul.
Not wholly evil, but she's far from kind and gentle. Yeah, like the New Vegas Brotherhood. That is one thing I'll absolutely give Fallout 4's story. I'm glad they kept the Brotherhood as a sort of neutral, morally neutral faction. Like, they think they're doing good, but their methods are iffy at best. As opposed to 1 and 2, where they're kind of just the de facto good guys. Like, that is like the one part of New Vegas they kept, and it's a good part. No, I don't know how crazy I am with the exact direction they took it in.
What was that?
3, they're good guys in 3? Yeah, they mostly are.
Must be my imagination.
Yeah, it must be. Love them in 3? There's just not much to them. They're the good guys with the military might that can match up to the Enclave. He's a petty, vindictive man who's stuck in the Madre because the only thing he cares about is ruining a man for the sole reason that he doesn't like him. He doesn't like him for a completely self-centered reason. Takes Sinclair's optimism as self-righteousness and a slight on his own ego for some reason.
What was that? What was that?
Now that's power. Bet they got that secret magic. Wood to gold.
Eugene is so evil, he barely makes sense. You cannot understand why he hates Sinclair, because his reason makes no sense.
Anybody there? Must be my imagination.
I really do kind of see Dean as a... He's literally so evil, it's impossible to understand why he does what he does, and it's impossible for him to understand why someone else wouldn't be like him. Not even he can explain it. He acts confused if you even question him on it. Like, it's obvious Sinclair thought he was better than him. It's just obvious. Of course he did. Yeah, he's literally so evil that he cannot comprehend the idea that people don't think the way he does. He is a textbook narcissist.
Huh?
Ah.
You picked a bad time to get lost, friend.
Alright, I'm gonna show that other thief what you're supposed to do when they catch you. Just fucking book it. They'll get into a firefight in the middle of the fucking street. I get it. See, I made it off the boat and they can't do a damn thing about it. That's just evil born in the bone. That is someone who has never once questioned if he might be wrong about something. And that's why I also like that he is the character who, if you, like, pass a... It's not... Okay, some people have played that and been like, I hate that if you pass any skill check with him, then he just hates you. No, no, no. It is a specific skill check. It is the barter check. Or if you threaten him to turn the lights on instead of turning on some holograms to help him. If you do other checks that are just like noticing things and being generally competent, he doesn't really care. It's when you manage to outsmart him that he hates. For the same reason he hates Sinclair, it's poetry. Yep. You make him feel inferior, it's fully his own fault, he will hate you for it. Mm-hmm. But if you simply... yeah, it is the thing that makes him feel inferior. If you threaten him or you get one over on him in any way, he gets over you. But if you're just like... I think the explosives check is like, hey, there's a bomb under your chair. Better make sure it's a shape charge or you're gonna kill us both. Ooh, someone knows their stuff. Don't worry, I'll be fine. Just sort of flippant about it. You threaten any of the companions, they'll hate you. That kind of just makes sense. Yeah, in general.
Enchant my sword. Dull old blade can barely cut butter.
Give me the soul gem, sure. Whereas compare with Christine, where if you get all her checks, she's probably going to be a lot more generous with you, because you're very clearly not, in her estimations, a moron who can't notice obvious things.
Papa says I won't see Rob very much.
Hey, have you tried sharpening it?
Pardon
I'd try sharpening it first.
Hey, wanna play tag?
I'm good, kid. Dull old blade. Have you sharpened it? That might be step one. There's grindstones everywhere. The blacksmiths really don't care if you take it for like 2 minutes. It takes no time at all. Any moron can do it just a little. Christine is decent enough that if you demonstrate kindness and decency to her, she will reciprocate. Dog/God is paranoid, but properly so, because they are quite literally a slave. Not so decent, she would answer a slight with the other cheek. She'd kill you for even a fairly small slight.
The Imperials are good for business, and business is good for Skyrim.
I mean, I can agree with that. Plan of the contraband on the Danny Slode.
Yes, I know.
There's no forgiveness.
In fact, by now, Captain Wolf should be on his way to the prisons. Our contract is complete. Here's a token of my gratitude for your efforts. Oh, convey my compliments to Delvin for me. Tell him I'll be happy to reopen whatever doors he needs in Solitude. I must return to the court. They simply can't make do without me.
She's staring again. Once I threatened to put her back in the auto dock when you first met her. After that, I was always kind, including getting the override, so she didn't have to go down to the basement. Still tried to kill you. Yep. And yet, she doesn't really seem to go after Dean for having put her in there in the first place. Christine will not forgive anyone for anything. She's too damaged. I suppose she also just never sees Dean in person. Dean's probably smart enough to never show himself to her, because he knows dangerous psychopaths when he sees them. I do also appreciate about Dead Money, even though it's essentially a non-standard game over, I'm glad they give you the option to just side with Father Elijah to get that ending cutscene. Dean used her. She acknowledges that's fair game. She would have used him too. It's not the same as a personal threat to her. I've seen the theory thrown around that the reason Dean doesn't have, like, a fucked up ghoul voice is because he auto-docked himself with records of his own voice to keep his throat fully functioning. What do you think about that?
Still have quite a good bit of jobs available.
Finish the special solitude job.
Erica assures me that Captain Wolf will spend pretty much the rest of his life clapped in irons. Best of all, he's also pledged to open doors for us in Solitude and to get things rolling again. I think you'll find that the
I don't think he
guild
would have
is
had the
beginning to
resources
grow.
for that. I mean,
We've had a
the
bunch
auto dock
of
is
movement
there.
of space right outside the flag.
But I suppose it doesn't
It's
work
nice
too
to shake
often.
off the
Most of the
cobwebs
auto
and get
docks in New
things
Vegas in
rolling
general
again.
don't work.
Keep this up, and I can see a bounty headed our way.
Yeah, I think that's the solitude thing done.
All right. Anything in particular strike your fancy? Looking for work. Bloody
Extra
good
work.
timing.
Auto docks, like
Just
everything
got
in the
some more
Madre, were designed for
plans.
Vera first and foremost, not for Dean. That could be.
This business is a reg.
Do
Just
it.
keep your eyes open and your mouth shut and you'll do fine. Let me give you the details.
Where are we going? We're going to Whiterun. Okay. This makes Whiterun number 3. I think one more and then we'll get the special. I think it's you have to do the specials for all of them. Honestly, forgot about that part. I know the stream has mostly been this, but that's also given us time to discuss and talk about things, which has been fun. When I'm doing mindless stuff and talking about stuff, it lets me keep it up. Designed to operate on and repair Vera's vocal cords because the pain relief drug she was on would make her voice listless. Okay. So the more likely explanation is there is none and Dean's just kept his voice because he kept his voice. And you shouldn't think too hard on it. To be fair, I'm pretty sure Bright doesn't really have a scratchy ghoul voice either. He's got a pretty normal voice. Maybe it's a little scratchy, but mostly fine, you know? But he's also a glowing one, and their rules seem to be different. There's not a lot of non-feral glowing ones. Though to be fair, there aren't a lot of glowing ones in general, so. Just got lucky in that he isn't the only ghoul in the universe to retain his voice, more or less. Raoul more or less retained his voice. We don't know that fully. Maybe before he was a ghoul, he didn't sound like Danny Trejo. Like, he has a very gravelly voice.
You need to leave.
I hate when this happens. Danny Trejo's voice is a little scratchy. I'd call it fairly scratchy. Not nearly ghoul level. I'll give you that. Would you call Ungoth's voice a ghoul voice? I think this is a pretty ghoul voice, actually. I'm gonna level with you. It kind of is. Ungoth is secretly a ghoul. Kinda, yeah. I might have to wait for morning just so she moves. Hey, smooth skin. Yeah, I definitely hear it. That's a voice for an old character I made a very long time ago. Ghouls are the best. I'm still upset that 76 is the first time you get to play as a ghoul. Because Brotherhood of Steel doesn't count and it never gets to count for anything. The fact NPCs don't acknowledge you as a ghoul is a major issue for me. New Vegas ghoul mods were any good at saying Ungoth could be a ghoul in New Vegas. Ah, I missed that part. Yeah, it's the problem. It's like, I really just can't port Ungoth into Fallout stuff, even if I really wanted to. I feel like the fact that I made him an Argonian ties him and his lore way too deeply to it. I could still call another character Ungoth. Like, that is a name I just use for lots of characters, but it wouldn't be Elder Scrolls Ngoth if I brought them to Fallout. It's also a lot harder for me to bring the exact same character across Fallout games, because there's much bigger time and space skips between them than in Elder Scrolls. I'm gonna pick the racially persecuted race in RPG. Expect to be discriminated against, damn it. Yeah. Which I suppose 76 does that well. You literally can't talk to NPCs as a ghoul without a special disguise. Though I feel like their way of doing the disguise is dumb.
So, what can I do for you today?
See, if ghoul is a possibility, the time thing wouldn't be an issue. Yeah, that's a part of it, yeah.
If you don't watch it, I may actually start to respect you. Job well done. Hey, this guild needs the coin. Walking away
Yours, my
without
kinsman, hath
taking
returned.
work,
I didn't
still
know
have
you'd
quite a
left.
good bit of
I knew you
jobs
weren't
available,
talking, but...
if you're looking for some extra coin.
Fair, though. Hard to be a ghoul when you're always starting out as a control group vault dweller.
Good. My clients are getting impatient.
Yeah. To be fair... Supposedly in Fallout 1, you're not a control group vault dweller. It actually... The exact test was... supposedly that the water chip was supposed to break. But that might be a retcon, who knows. I don't think the 3 New Vegas ghoul aesthetic is peak. I do like it a lot. Any numbers jobs?
Yeah, sure. Got a business on tap that could use a little... Good.
I'll do it.
Here's your assignment.
Where are we going next? Back to Markarth. Only the second Markarth one. I talk like a medieval noble at least once a day or you implode. Yeah, I think everyone's got at least one thing like that. Or at least everyone interesting has at least one thing like that. I have to stream once a day or I'll die. I think... I should talk as if it were from Lord of the Rings. Not this day. Keep it secret. Keep it safe. Yeah, on bringing one character through all of Fallout, it's like... The best I can think of is you're just a random immortal. And that would let you get through 1 and 2. Like, you pass yourself off as your own grandson for 2. But then you go into 3, and it's like, wow, there is no way to make this work. Outside of you reincarnate? I guess. Like, making it work in New Vegas is easy as shit. Because the courier has almost no backstory.
Is there something I can do for you?
Was that a... weird. And 4? God damn it, there's not a damn thing you can do about 4. Like, the very fixed backstories 3 and 4 have make it really hard to do that.
No time for idle chatter. Mercer is awaiting your presence.
Sneak into the vault when James is let in. Toss his baby back into the waste. Use your immortal powers to turn back into a baby and impersonate them. That is such a stretch that also makes the main plot impossible to function. Like, why would you give a single fuck about James after doing that? Why would you ever bother doing that, like, quest line?
You're back.
Like, keep up appearances? To who? Done the numbers job.
And here's the spoils. Plenty more where this came from.
You have to start quick saving because I'm
Still have quite a good
at the point where he
time.
could be giving me repeats.
Be getting on
That's the
to
fun
bad
part,
money.
you don't. I mean, that is the fun way of playing Fallout 3. Your numbers jobs?
Have a client looking to have a rival's business ledger changed.
Yeah,
Nice.
sure.
Yeah, this is what you need to know.
So you're really one of those memory parasites from Rick and Morty. Just sneak into vaults and make them think you've always been there. In Solitude. This is why we saved. Well, Fallout 3 is Todd intended. You run off when you exit the vault and you never look back.
Still have quite a good bit of spare time. Okay, got just the one for you. Keep this up, and you'll be rich enough to retire before you know it. Good luck.
Damn it. In Riften. I don't think Riften counts, does it? It might, actually. I do not recall. I'll do Riften because I don't remember. Yeah, also have to... If you want to get crazy with it, you could say you're some kind of Zayden mind probe. Yeah, but then how do you do the 3 DLC where you fight the Zaytans? Actually, no, I could do that. No, there's actually 2 ways I've already thought of to make that work. One, you're from a different group of Zaytans, because apparently they are not a unified group. There's apparently evidence of infighting among them. And 2, maybe you've come to like humans too much and you stopped doing your job, so they've come to collect you. There's actually, wow. Not even an issue. Barely an inconvenience. You're not controlling them, you're just along for the ride. If that were the case, it would make it like... Oh, thank you for following.
Oh, it's you. Come to extort more from me? Can't you bother me at my armor stand in the market? Or are you
I'm
that
literally just
desperate to
standing
trade?
here. Trying to say hi to the Jarl of Windhelm. Merely observing what they do, so each protag is actually a new person. If that were the case, then what's the point of the framing device?
What can I do for you, friend?
Like, at that point, there's no real purpose to even saying there's some entity overlooking all of it. If they're not at all involved in the decision-making process. Knew you like stealing when I saw your character? Argonians do not have a thieving thing! How dare you! You're thinking of Khajiit. At least be racist correctly. Oh, come on. Ledger fell through physics. Point in... Try reloading the bunkhouse. Make for a funny Fallout character. Vault Dweller simply refuses to acknowledge he comes from a vault despite having the outfit and a Pip-Boy. Ledgers aren't physical objects, that's just a placement error. Oh my, is this a built-in bug that can't be fixed then? Alright, good thing I have that quick save. Aren't you working at the Windhelm docks? I'm not from Skyrim, you jackass. Aside from using CCL to go through the box, probably, yeah. You don't even have to do the Riften ones to get the thing, do you? I'm pretty sure Riften is the one place you never have to do them in.
Got lots of alright? Anything in particular? Alright, got a simple one. Just remember the
Riften ones are
rules.
pointless?
Keep
Okay,
it
then I should
clean
have reloaded
and keep
anyway.
it quiet. Here's the details.
In Whiterun. I do still need this in Whiterun, yeah. Except the paltry sum. I mean, 500 gold is still a decent amount of money for doing basically nothing. The numbers jobs really are do basically nothing and get full cash for it. Hades Cauldron. Alright. I don't like the idea of some kind of Highlander-esque immortal that does feel very Fallout. I think there are characters like that, like, the Mysterious Stranger is implied to possibly be something like that. It's just that making it work for the player characters is a lot of effort. Be racist correctly. Reminds me of that Cotton Hill scene. He's Japanese. No, he ain't. He's Laotian. Ain't you, Mr. Khan? And Khan is just completely frozen in place, flabbergasted by that interaction. Some freak of nature that through the power of the atom has become a true immortal. Yeah, Fallout really is willing to just go into the... And this person defies all other rules of the setting for no reason. We're not going to try to explain it, you just have to accept that. And honestly, usually my reaction is, okay, that's kind of fun. I accept it.
I offer remedies for ailments both common and rare. Do let me know if I can be of service.
Why did she lock that room? Why do all these salespeople talk in their sleep? Fallout 3 is the main issue. We can skip the Fallout 3 main quest because it's dumb, I guess. Yeah, plus I did already stream it anyway. Like, way back when. I tried to go for a completely different plot. Like, I mentioned before, I was gonna try to make it like the character kept hearing about New Vegas as this way more interesting place, and then he gets there and then I have to play through Dust, but I actually had a lot of trouble getting Dust working properly. Is that a mod you're telling me about, which removes all main quest stuff from the capital? Yeah, I really could do that.
You just want to talk.
That alone would let me go through 1, 2, 3, and New Vegas. Doing 4... The thing is, 4's main quest is actually fun. You roam the sandbox of the capital, can do the quest, but never have the main quest to deal with. Could do. Could do. Think it'd just be the Vault Dweller from 1 continuing?
So, what can I do for you?
Numbers job done.
Here's the spoils. Plenty more where this came from.
That is Whiterun at 4.
So, feeling loose? How about you run a job for me?
Still have quite a... Great.
Right.
What you want to do? Where you off to?
Hang on, I forgot to quick save before I do this.
Timing. Yeah, sure. Got a bit. Here's everything you need. You get caught, but we've never heard of you.
I actually like that line. Get caught, we've never heard of you. In Riften. We're gonna reload.
Looking for work, all right? Anything? We want to waylay a shipment. Finally. Someone with backbone. Here you go.
In Riften. When it really starts getting annoying.
Still have quite... Good. My client. Have a client looking to have a... Good. Here's your assignment.
Solitude. I already did the side thing in Solitude. Like, I did the special request in Solitude, which might mean I miscounted there, so... I had 4 and then I got that. Hear me out. What if this character wants to die but can't? Like, true immortal. They can't even be killed normally. finally die sometime between New Vegas and 4, only to be resurrected in a sense as a synth. Memories, for some reason, encoded into the synth, which is replacing the Soul Survivor. Playing off the theory the Soul Survivor is a synth. The problem with that is, I think that theory's stupid. I need to step away for just a minute. Articulate why you disagree with me while I'm gone. In the back. Alright, bunch of stuff to catch up on. Don't disagree, to be honest, it is kind of stupid. Just wish it wasn't because it's interesting. The game doesn't really support it. Yeah. Maybe there's some kind of hyper-evolving super being. Between New Vegas and 4, they evolve beyond their physical body. Come board existing solely as consciousness, so they inhabit the Soul Survivor, who I guess died in the refreezing. They were dead of mind, but their body still worked. I'm really wild with it, but Fallout allows for some shenanigans. They do the Fallout 4 main quest out of obligation to the person who that body belonged to, maybe because they seek emotional connections themselves. As for the synth theory, well, I don't think the game really supports it. I guess it does just enough to not deny it. If you're willing to make the leap in logic that Sean is willing to accept a synth replication of his parent, maybe because he's a dying old man, he's lonely enough he's compromising on his ideology. It's just that there's this one really, really big hole in the theory. And that's that synths are immune to radiation. And you're not.
Got lots of jobs available, alright?
I know mechanically even
synth,
like,
fancy?
3rd gen synth characters aren't immune, but in lore they're supposed to be. And the player very obviously isn't.
Okay, got just the one for you. Ledger's just...
I'll
that's
do it.
what I like to hear. Off you go.
Riften, goddammit! Guess you could say Sean decided to make you vulnerable to radiation so even you wouldn't notice. That's like...
Looking for work.
Like Data's mom, if you've seen that episode of The Next Generation. I don't think I have.
Brynjolf's been getting on to me about money. Okay. Good.
I'll do it.
Here's your assignment.
And Markarth, finally. Hag's Cure. I had to reload so many times for that. That's honestly the most annoying part of doing this shtick. Is like, you really have to make a lot of assumptions about Father's character that don't work out under scrutiny for that to work. Like, he refuses to believe synths are people, except for the one he made to replace his parent. He, is willing to leave the entirety of his legacy in the charge of that same synth, too. He left no notes anywhere, or physical proof of any kind that this happened. And no other scientists seem to be aware of it either, because there's no way they wouldn't speak up against it. Dr. Nunyan Singh's wife dies, and he creates an android with her memories so perfectly human that she doesn't know she's an android. Yeah, I believe that, but... No, here's the thing. Synths who don't know they're synths. I totally get that. It's that no one else would... It would have to be that no one else knows either. For years, so presumably the android ages, eats, produces waste products, etc. It seems to be like the... I believe 3rd generation synths are supposed to be basically indistinguishable. Like, it's not that... It's not the part of no one being able to visually detect it. It's no one at the Institute knowing about it somehow. Yvord? Don't worry, that's what Bashwater always says after eating. Bashwater. Talking about fake people? Talking about the theory that the Fallout 4 protagonist is a synth. Big question that 3rd gen synths leave. Do they age? It's not obvious. Apparently Little Sean is the only child synth. If you're gonna be a racist, at least do it correctly. Hands were full till now. Good to know, Bathwater. There, Goblin. Sorry. I was also looking at Bathwater talk.
What do you need?
I've always been confused about this. Maybe we can clear it up.
Something trouble. This kind of work suits you, and it's going to end up making you rich.
Lots of things have made
Still
me
have
rich.
Quite a good bit of spare time. When you have a client looking to have a right, good. Here's your assignment.
This. What we got here? In Windhelm. We haven't done Windhelm's thing yet, so... Crack Windhelm up to 4. Think about it, you suppose you know the answer? What's your question? I'm really curious what this question might be. The game actually say Gen 3 synths are immune to radiation? I swear there was a mention of it. Gen 3 synths like the Terminator with just flesh over metal, they just manufactured people with a bit of cybernetics. Manufactured people with a bit of cybernetics. Like, there's like one part of them that's actually synthetic. They're flesh like through and through down to the bones. Gen 3 specifically, because they're largely biological, suggests they're as susceptible to radiation as regular humans. I'm not sure. I guess the line that says it could have been talking about Gen 1 and 2s. You had to see them assembled. Yeah, but like on the assembly line, they're like... You see them down to the bone flesh. And when you kill Gen 3 synths, like, they are full blood and stuff all the way through. There's just the one synth component, which I assume is probably part of the brain. No, I'm not... I do wonder which part it is, exactly. Or maybe it's something in the spinal column. I always imagine it's something along the brainstem. So, like, Gen 1 and 2, androids. Gen 3, basically clones. Look at the list someone compiled on Reddit. Gen 3 NPCs that are radiation, mostly combat models like coursers. So maybe it's only those ones specifically that are radiation immune. They have a way to make them always that, but they could turn it off. I suppose that checks out.
So, what can I do for you today?
Numbers job done.
Couldn't have done it better myself. Here's your coin.
Might suggest radiation immunity is a special modification Institute can do. Only does it for their special courser models. Though, it does, like... It does really raise the question of, like... The Institute is doing really bad science if they're calling what is essentially clones, equating that to machines. Clones with a very minuscule amount of machinery in them, and equating them to the likes of machines. Like, the Brotherhood of Steel does that too, but the Brotherhood of Steel aren't good scientists. The Institute are good at science, but they're bad scientists anyways. I guess that's more saying they're good inventors, but bad scientists.
Got lots of jobs about spare time. Alright, got a simple. Keep this up, and you'll be rich enough to retire before you know it. Good luck.
In Riften, nope. Guess they would say they're not clones because they're not grown. I think basically anyone would say one that comes out fully formed is still a clone. Because here's the thing, they still make them from the DNA of living, real people. Clone is grown from an embryo with a specific DNA pattern. Doesn't have to be. Grown from an embryo is actually not a requirement to be a clone. Specific DNA pattern is a requirement for a clone, which the synths are. Like, they are using specific DNA patterns from people, which is why the synths are replacements for people, because that's how they do them. I don't know that we see any synths that are completely original humans. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Gen 3 synths are assembled from parts. Biological parts, but still biological. But still parts, I assume you mean.
Bloody good timing. Okay, good. Keep this up, and you'll be rich enough to retire before you know it.
I've been rich enough for that before. In Windhelm, sure, I can go up to 5 on that. Maybe I did do 5 in Solitude and forgot to count one. Because I got the specialty thing there. Not very good ethics, but the Institute are weird ethically. I mean, it's like... The thing is, bad ethics make for bad science. It really does. I don't really get the Institute. Why are they spying on the surface? They really are just bad scientists. Totally uninterested in life on the surface. They don't want to live there. Yeah, it's like, why do they keep kidnapping and replacing people? If you try to ask, they literally refuse to answer you because they say you won't get it. That is a cop-out answer by the writer. That is the writer not knowing an answer. And for such an important fucking question, you need an answer. Also murder everyone in a meeting to establish a proper government, so they're just dicks. Yeah. The idea is that they're just crazy scientists who want to do experiments for the sake of experimenting. But if that were the case, they'd be doing way crazier shit. The actual, like, scientific advancements they're making are so tame. Like, they're making robots and clones. They're cloning gorillas. That's fucking nothing compared to what the in-universe US government was doing before the bombs dropped. They were making fucking death claws. Like, yeah, they're fucking with FEV, but we all know that's an excuse to keep super mutants in the game way beyond when they should be. You know that's an excuse. Except for why they made sense in the first place. They realized they could do something and then they had to do it. Why would they spy on the Commonwealth? Why do they give a shit? Why do they care if the people up there just start, you know, living better lives? Does that really negatively impact you in some way? Like, if they were genuinely just control freaks, who are like, this is for their own good. No, they're like, we don't, no, they don't need us, we don't want anything to do with them. Why do you keep fucking with them? Makes sense that they actually expressed a plan to colonize the surface for themselves, rebuild the world up top, but they don't.
Something troubling you?
I really do think the Institute falls apart completely. Because they wanted it... Okay, special request. Alright, I think I really did just miss a count on the Solitude list. Maybe Solitude specifically needs one less? I don't know. Special request?
Got word from Torsten Kruse in Windhelm that a rival guild is trying to get itself started.
Ooh, this one.
Not only that, but they're giving us thieves a bad name by murdering their marks.
I've avoided that thus far, yes.
There's plenty more work.
Somerset Shadows. This is actually... The shadows admittedly have really good drip. The hood specifically is really cool. I've made a lot of aesthetic armor sets with the Shadows hood.
Need something?
Owning pre-war animals to rebuild the ecosystem. Watching the people on the surface to keep tabs on their societal status to control it as necessary until they're ready. Like, yeah, that would all make sense. But it's not what they're trying to do by their own admission. Are they lying? Why? Why would they lie about it? Shadows? Yeah, the Somerset Shadows. They're a Thieves Guild rival that keep killing the people they're robbing. It's easier for them in the long run if they prevent any advanced societies from arising, which could compete with them when they decide to colonize the surface. Yeah, at least then it would make sense. I'm saying what doesn't make sense is them lying about it. Like, instead they just... If they tell the truth there, then it's like, if he agrees with your ideals, he agree with you. Here it's like, no matter whether he'd agree with them or not, he's gonna think you're a dick.
There's no
if you just say,
war.
you wouldn't get it.
It's just something they tell soldiers so they'll risk their lives.
I own Hollyfrost Farm outside the city. It's honest work, if a bit dull.
Yeah, I've talked to you before. I'm from Delvin.
My daughter Fiotli. She was murdered a few months ago. Left her laying on the ground in the pool of her own blood.
Dark shit.
I assumed they were after her valuables. She always wore far too much jewelry in public.
There's a quest where you go create a surface scientist, so assume the spying has some purpose. Yeah, if it's just to look out for people worthy of joining them, that'd be fine, but that's no reason to destabilize the government. Once again, Emil has burnt our crops, poisoned our water supply, and sent a plague upon our houses. I don't know if he has. But I, for one, am not gonna wait around for him to do it.
I ain't asking for much. Just a few septims.
Actually, I should, like, hit my desk way too hard while doing that. I think I shook something. Yeah. I knew what you were referencing. Sure you it wasn't anyone from the guild.
No need to explain. I'm well aware of your...
Thieves Guild don't do murders except against mercenaries who try to kill us. We kill in self-defense, but we don't kill our
Bloody
mercs.
Altmer at that.
The game crashes, we know why. I didn't hit, like, anywhere near the side... wait. No, wait, we're talking about divine intervention shit. What happened?
Let's just say I'm a firm believer in an eye for an eye and leave it at that.
Okay.
He fancied himself a thief in some sort of new guild forming around here. Gave me some valuable information before... Well, you know.
So, what do you want me to deal with?
Well, like I told Delvin, I think we can help each other. You recover what I'm looking for, and take out a rival guild in the process.
Alright. Something they took from your daughter, I'm guessing.
Exactly. One of the pieces stolen from her was a silver locket. A Cruel Sea family heirloom. I want it back.
Deal. Where are they hiding?
The only name I have is Naranya. Has a house right here in Windhelm. That's where you should begin looking.
Eye for an eye comes from the Bible. So where the fuck did it come from in Elder Scrolls? Presumably, well, in Elder Scrolls they're not speaking English. They're speaking some other language, and it's been translated into English. So he presumably spoke some equivalent idiom that they translated to eye for an eye so we could understand.
Down at any time.
Guess they're destabilizing surface societies to keep the surface shit, so when they try to recruit someone, it's a very easy choice for them. That implies they acknowledge an inherent appeal in living on the surface. If they did, why wouldn't they want that for themselves? Why wouldn't they have plans to colonize and restore the surface? It really just doesn't add up.
Yes, can I help you with something?
It's a really bad show when, in every regard, even Mr. House is more ethical than your supposed to be ethically ambiguous organization. I genuinely consider House more ethical than the Institute, because the Institute seems like they just do shit for the fuck of it. House at least has a reason. Hear about Fiotli?
Fiotli. Fiotli. Where have I heard that name? Oh, of course, the poor girl who was murdered. Such a beautiful young thing. A tragedy, to be certain.
Eye for an Eye's earliest source is the Code of Hammurabi, which is the earliest set of laws ever put to anything, actually. Drop the act. I know you're involved.
How dare you! You're accusing me of taking part in such a heinous act? I should have you arrested for even suggesting such a thing.
Riot, the guards here love me.
I'm afraid I have absolutely no idea what you're speaking of.
You remember relating it to the Bible? Alright, I'm done with this.
Now, just a moment. Let's think about
I'm going
this,
to gut you and
discuss
chop
it
you
like
open.
two rational people.
There we go. Let's try again.
Look, I have
Angoth is
no
not
choice.
against just telling someone to go fuck themselves and that he'll rip their head
killed.
off if they don't stop. It's just that before Skyrim, it never seemed to work. So, who's crazy?
It's a guild of Ultima Thieves. They call themselves the Somerset Shadows. Their leader, Linway, he's the worst of the lot. He steals valuables from the dead.
You mean he murders his marks?
No, Linway prefers stealing from the deceased. Digs up the corpses, breaks into the Hall of the Dead.
That's,
He even stole
way more
that
tame than what I
rocket right
thought.
off that poor murdered girl's body. Or what was left of it.
More proof that elves are owning Skyrim. Don't remember anything about this? You have to do a bunch of the Radiant Thieves Guild quests to ever find this. And most people don't bother doing those because it's kind of a pain in the ass.
I used
How'd
to
you get
fence for
involved?
a Thieves Guild in Skyrim a long time ago. When Linway moved into the area, he contacted me and said if I didn't fence for them, he'd kill me.
Frames earlier. Where's he hiding?
If I
Who to
tell
judge
you,
someone
you
for
need to
stealing from the
promise
dead?
not to kill me. I'd prove to be quite an asset to the Thieves Guild.
Now,
One of the best
that
fences
by
in
itself isn't what we're coming here after him. We came here because there was a rumor he was the murderer, though I'm starting to wonder if it was actually the Butcher who did it. Young woman in Windhelm, that lines up too well, honestly. I think the ideal solution for Fallout is just skip 3 and 4, Lamau. And there's no problems at all with the narrative. At all. And if I still want to play the 4 engine, I can play Fallout London, I think. New California may be a little tricky, because again, you do start as a kid there. But I still want to play New California. To be fair, I don't know what London's narrative is like, even a little. I'm not gonna kill you, we don't do it like that. Usually. I'll kill you for a completely different reason.
Upland Hills Cave. He's got his entire guild there, so be careful. After you're done with all this,
Remember when it was
come
called
back
Project
anytime,
Brazil?
I'll make good on my end of the bargain.
So, what did happen to Fiotley?
I don't know. Rumor has it she
yeah.
was murdered, butchered by a madman.
Butchered.
I really try and stay out of such
Yeah,
things.
she was probably,
Poston might think Linway or
she was probably one of
myself are responsible
Calixo's,
for Fiotley's death, but I can
people.
assure you nothing could be further from the truth.
Yeah, that lines up
I'm
too
sorry
well.
I misled
I already
you.
took...
Return when this is
Alright, then
over.
I can very confidently tell her dad that I already took care of her murderer. It's not very good, IMO. It's very bare bones. London, you mean? Dang. Or are you talking about New California? Because I saw good stuff about New California, I thought. New California? Really? That's surprising. What do you know about London, then? Never played London? Like, the opening... I saw the opening of New California, and it seemed so interesting how there were 2 completely different paths to travel down based on what's seemingly a very small decision. Seen a bit, it looks pretty solid. So, have you played New California yourself? Ow. Yeah. New California's problem, it was too ambitious with its ideas. Oh, that's a shame. Would you still call it better than original Frontier? Spent all their time and energy in the opening section in the vault. Basically no game outside the vault. Aw, that's disappointing. Did play it years ago, yeah. Maybe it's got better since then, because I've seen people play it slightly more recently than that. Never played Frontier, so you can't say. Frontier was basically just rips from, like, Call of Duty plot lines and Wolfenstein for a part. Like, it really was just copy-paste other first-person shooter plots. I'm talking specifically about the not creepy and uncomfortable parts.
Important deliveries to make. No time for chatting.
You're the one who stopped walking to talk to me. Like, you thought New California is abandoned near... thought New California was abandoned years ago. There's something new in it. I was like... all you know is Deathclaw sex? And here's the thing. I'm cool with there being Deathclaw sex in the mod. But I think it's a little too blatant, the way it was implemented. Wait, the 2013 first release. Didn't know there was one in 2018. Oh, okay. You played it a very long time ago, then. I'm almost positive they did things in the, yeah, the 5 years between then. Deathclaw sex is really just the tip of the iceberg. Yeah, that's like the, okay, that's weird, but no one's gonna make you do that thing. There's this other, way more fetishistic stuff. Like... yeah, I didn't have Altmer blood yet. Oh, that was all the blood needed. It's interesting they're wearing, like, Thieves Guild armor. There's stuff which is downright criminal in Frontier and not criminal in the fun way. Criminal in the don't turn your back in the prison showers kind of way. Criminal in the, here's these characters from Life is Strange, and you can do something really, really fucked up to one of them, to the point I don't want to say what it is. Strange. And not in, like, an introspective, this is, like, the limits of what a person with all that power could do thing, like stories can do. It's not even fucked up in a way that's enjoyable. It's not even, like, treated the way it is.
Huh? No one escapes!
You throw a fireball at me. You're not getting summoned back.
What was that?
It was you dying to a rune spell. Bitch. What's this down here? What a shit place to live. Pretty sure the Somerset Isles are, like, a relatively warm climate.
Someone there?
Double kill. Oh yeah, it kind of looks like a fart cloud. Bro died in the fart cloud rune. Nothing, don't worry about it.
Huh? Smell your mind. I'll end your miserable...
Linway! This is actually a pretty cool set. The hood specifically is badass, I think.
There could be no other end.
Here we are. Ability Silver Locket. An Ebony Sword. Gold. Linway's Armor. Stamina increased 25. Hood. 15% extra damage with ranged weapons. Gloves. 15% extra damage with one-handed weapons. Boots. Stamina regeneration increased 25%. His gear is much more suited for battle than the Thieves Guild gear is. And it looks pretty cool. Beyond the objectionability of any particular fetish thing in Frontier, the problem is it was 70% fetish. Everywhere you went, you saw the author's barely disguised fetish. Yeah, there were these snakes that were immune to drugs who were also really into the idea of fucking humans. And while it was funny to see one human whose only line was, don't judge me. That just being a gag by itself, I didn't mind, but when it was like so many things were just sex this, sex that. Like, I definitely don't mind sex being an aspect. Gotta play this right now? You can't. It doesn't exist anymore. They literally took it off everything. Sneak attack for 4.5 times damage. Ooh, fancy. Fuck bullshit. To be honest, it was downloaded enough times. There probably are versions of it still floating around for people who got the initial one. Because it was very anticipated and very popular when it dropped. Like, my favorite New Vegas content creators played it to death. As a representative of people who kind of only like other human beings, being surrounded by all that furry stuff is just uncomfortable. No, I get it. That wasn't even what I was getting at. I was getting at sex in general being in there, I think was fully fine. But I think two things. One, they went overboard a lot. And two, too much of it was, like, very in your face. If there was, like I said, if it was like the one guy who says, don't judge me, who's in a back room with one of the weird snake people, and he's like called courtesan or whatever, it'd be like, okay, that's a pretty funny gag. Or if it was like, with Wild Wasteland, there is a spot where you can do something really crazy like that. But a lot of it was kind of everywhere. It was played for a joke or two, like you can laugh at it. Like Fisto from New Vegas. Yeah, Fisto is on the same level. You can get fisted by Fisto if you want to. Either as a gag or because you know, want to. I'm not judging. New Vegas was throwing industrial sex robots at you every step of the way. Feel like this is a creepy sex game. You don't want to be here. And that's totally understandable. The Bathwater really wants to play a creepy sex game. But that's not really what Frontier was supposed to be. It was supposed to be, like, an extra Legion and NCR conflict over further north in another state. There was some... Actually, the NCR story is really bad. A lot of people agreed that the Legion story was actually really good. Because one of the ways to resolve it was actually to, if you were a hardcore Legion player, you could actually just come forward and be like, with this big speech to the other people, be like, hey, this leader is going against everything Caesar says. He's letting women in, he's talking about, like, using energy weapons and friggin' medicine. He's going against Caesar. Come on. And then they'd all turn on him and you'd be the new leader. And that's such an interesting way to do it. Because either you get a Legion that's more accepting and more morally neutral, still the bad guys because they're still based on the Legion, but less of Caesar's gross cult of personality stuff built into it. Or you can just keep it that, if that's how you want to play your character. It was actually a good role-playing opportunity. But for the NCR, it was just literally every half-decent first-person shooter plot shoved into one storyline. It's supposed to be the greatest Fallout content ever conceived, basically. You weren't there, I don't think it's possible to describe the level of hype it garnered. Yeah, no. You're in for the touch of others, want to live in blissful comfort with those you love. And that's fair, Bathwater. But that's not what the game was advertising itself as, was the problem.
My own Hollyfrost farm outside the city.
Here's a locket.
It pains me to see this locket. To be reminded of Fiotli once more, but I'm glad it's back where it belongs. Told Delvin that if he still desires to have my support for the Thieves Guild in Windhelm, he's got it.
Good to know.
Should have been an adventurer like you instead of a farmer.
I don't know if you would have made it. But I appreciate the vote of confidence. Okay. It's been all Thieves Guild and talking about Fallout this stream. I don't mind that. I love Fallout. And I mean, after Skyrim, that's probably what's gonna replace it.
Need something?
At least initially, until I can find a way to really schedule some Elder Scrolls Online with people. Because I don't think... I would love to bring a version of Ungoth into that. Just be like, oh, he got dragon broken into it. Whatever. That's an explanation, why not? But I feel like playing that alone is still a little iffy.
Need some gold.
Special Windhelm job done.
The death of his daughter was avenged, and the heirloom was returned. At this very moment, he's laying the groundwork for the guild to re-establish itself in Windhelm.
Badass.
I wished you could have sent more of a message to those Somerset Shadows upstarts.
I mean, I killed all the ones there. Dragonbreak just sounds like Mindbreak, but with dragons.
Still growing.
What about Redguard?
Bands, thanks to you.
Well,
and other merchants moved into the space outside the flagon. You're a natural. Never seen anything like it. We got a long way to go, but don't let that bother you.
Essentially it is.
It's a lot farther
than Dragonbroke. I mean, it is. It's just the dragon in question is a god.
Getting your hands dirty.
Dragonbreak is a Mindbreak of the dragon, of Akatosh. Yeah. What about Redguard? Isn't that the one where you play as a specific person? Like, I tried really hard. I couldn't find a crack of shadows that wasn't laden with viruses. Of travels, I mean. Is Cyrus, yeah? It's a little hard to bring Ungoth into that, don't you think? And without Ungoth or even Legathog to carry the plot, it's a little hard for me to tie things in. Like, I feel like I'm just playing the game to play it, which I could do, I'll grant you. But, What was that other game? It was like... Did it even come out? I think it was actually set in Skyrim. Ungoth experiencing a magic telling of the story. I don't know. I mean, an excuse to have him comment on any nonsense would be funny. Battlespire? That's right, Battlespire. No, there was one more. There's Battlespire, Shadowkey, and... maybe it was a mobile game. Regardless, that's probably gonna do it for today. I did save, yeah. Dawnstar? Dawnstar, that's what it was. Is that why Dawnstar's so forgettable in the base game? Because they already went there and used up all their ideas? Sorry, Bathwater. Abandoned? Only for a little while, because I'm gonna be playing League with Ruka later. I am abandoning you, but not forever. So is it a real abandonment? Probably not. I'll come back. Battlespire makes the player an unnamed apprentice of the Battlespire. Like, of Legends? Yes. Apparently it's finally working with OBS now. And Ruko remembered we were going to do that, so we set it up. Oh, God. Yeah. Imagine why Ungoth would be an apprentice of the Battlespire for a period. It could work. Depends what time period it takes place in. You sorry? Your condolences are acknowledged. But, gonna stop the recording for YouTube here. As always, thank you so much for coming if you came. If you didn't come, you don't get a thank you. Bye-bye, YouTube.